and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day.
Some might call Bourne Park the land of the free and the home of the Braves, and for the second time in 4 days, we are here on a Tuesday night here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network as the Bourne Braves are set to take on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Zach Berman, Drake Tull, Austin Dakota, Bria Losick baseline, and hey, this is a big matchup. After this weekend's events, the Hawks currently stand a game ahead of Bourne, despite tying with them 1-1 on Saturday. Now, Drake, to go back to that Saturday game, though, here at Bourne Park, the Hawks had their bats fizzle out, only mustering a 1-1 tie, that one run off an early sac fly. Drake, how can Hyannis wipe that slate clean as their offense has been pretty good elsewhere?
Well, the opposite of a slugfest is a slobber knocker. That's exactly what we saw in that first game at Bourne with a 1-1 tie. But you also saw the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks get themselves out of situations that, granted, they created, but they were able to close out. And if you get that style of pitching again from Hyannis and the bats can put a little more production out there, you're in luck. And seeing as how well the Harbor Hawks hit the ball against Chatham, I'm not too worried.
Well, speaking of the pitching, and, you know, when you think of Harbor Hawks starting pitching, you'll think of Brody McCullough or Ty Good or Jackson Baumeister. Very quietly, Austin Amaral has been quite solid this season. He's only allowed one run combined in his 2 starts. Mr. Dakota, how can Amaral continue to keep the bats quiet?
Well, the thing with Austin Amaral is he's not going to overpower you on a game-to-game basis. He's going to come in, he's going to throw strikes, and he's going to locate his pitches. His fastball will sit low 90s, but for Austin Amaral tonight, it's getting off to an early start and limiting the walks. He's a guy who had a start in Chatham that went pretty well. Saw him again for a second start again. Another good outing, but tonight we're looking for him to take that next step, right? Limit the base runners, get the walks down, and start adding some punch-outs. Show you how he can finish hitters, so expect to see that tonight against a good Bourne team.
Amaral has not thrown more than 3 innings a game in his first 2 starts. Meanwhile, for Bourne, they will send the Vanderbilt righty Bryce Cunningham to the bump, and in one start, the numbers weren't great. He took the loss at YD on June 21st, gave up 5 runs and 3.1 innings of work. However, his numbers with Vanderbilt much better. He started 6 games, pitched in 12, a 2-1 record, and a 4.59 ERA. With the Commodores, a 3-pitch guy, sits 90-94, fastball, slider 81-84, changeup 83-87, and now before starting lineups in the first pitch, we're going to send it baseline to Bria Losick.
Alongside Pancho Ruiz from San Diego State. Pancho, you've been on the Cape for a couple weeks now. What's been your favorite part about playing here?
Our coaches are really good. Our chemistry in our team is really good, which is going to make us go to the postseason this year.
Now, this league is definitely dominated by pitching. How has it been adjusting to the arms in this league?
It's hard, but as a team, we got to stay strong and together to go to battle every day.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah. From Bourne Park, I'm Bria Losick, Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Thank you, Bria, as always. Now they're starting to introduce the lineups as the Avengers theme blares into our crowd mics here at Bourne Park. It is a beautiful night
leading off the shortstop
for baseball here on Cape Cod. 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, as we take a look at our starting lineups first. Of course, for the visiting Harbor Hawks, Mitch Jebb, after a great doubleheader, leads off batting third at third base. Tito Flores batting second and left. Justin Hyannis batting third and DHing tonight. Christian Moore batting in the cleanup spot at second base. Cole McConnell batting fifth and center. Nolan Shanuel has first base tonight. He will bat sixth. No Jacob Campbell today. He gets a day off. It is Pancho Ruiz's day to shine. Catching and batting seventh. Dom Patelli batting eighth at short. No Riku tonight. It will be Phil Matulia in the 9-hole. in right field. And
batting 7, the center fielder.
meanwhile,
number
for
6,
Bourne, Matt Shaw leads off at shortstop. Bryce Evelyn batting second at second base. Chris Brito batting third at first base. Jack Duffy, who we didn't see last time we were here, batting fourth in right field. John Peck batting fifth at third base. Wyatt Hensler batting sixth in DHing. Carson Rocafort batting seventh in center. Alan Espinal, batting eighth in the catching spot, and batting ninth in left field, Dakota Harris.
Cunningham.
Braves and Harbor Hawks coming at you next, right after
Tonight's
the national
boys
anthem.
Are Jackson Yesby and Ben Buckley.
I'm sideline reporter Bria Losick, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Cape Cod 5 Cent Saving Bank. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services, and Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
I'm Zach Berman, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Mosquito Mary's. The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Mary's, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to mosquitomarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29. We would also like to thank 99 Restaurants. The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk. Welcome back to Bourne. It's a busy week of baseball ahead for the Harbor Hawks. That includes a 4 road game and 5-day stretch that kicks off tonight. Trips to Falmouth, Wareham, and Cotuit later on this week and into this weekend as the summer season really kicks off on Cape Cod ahead of, 4th of July, a week from yesterday. And it's a big one. 6-5-3 Hyannis, 5-6-1 Bourne. The Harbor Hawks right now 2 points ahead of Bourne in the standings, and that's despite the tie as Bourne on Sunday, while Hyannis went 1-0-1 in their doubleheader against Chatham. Bourne got swept by Brewster, only scored 1 run in each of those 2 games combined. So Bourne has scored 3 runs in the last 3 games.
Well, if the Harbor Hawks can win this one today, they now pull 2 games ahead of everyone else in the West Division that's not Cotuit. Cotuit will, no matter what, remain in the first place spot at 10-2-2. But Hyannis at 6-5-3, facing Bourne, who's 5-6-3, can either leave here tied with 3 teams for that second spot or leave here with some separation in that spot.
Hyannis, Cotuit, and YD, the only 3 teams in the league that currently stand above 500. And for the Hawks, it is also their first time above 500 since 2018. But hey, just keep on climbing. It's the end game. That's the goal as Mitch Jebb steps into the batter's box in against Bryce Cunningham. Cunningham is ready. Jebb is ready. Let's do it. Hear from Bourne as righty and lefty stand in. first pitch away from Cunningham, stands 6'5" right-hander, and Jeb hits it on the ground weakly to second base. It's scooped by Eblin, throws to his right in time for a quick out number 1, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, I know it's a 1 pitch, 1 out, but I don't mind the Harbor Hawks being aggressive early on. They're a team that's taken a lot of pitches this season and kind of waited for their pitch, but not a bad thing for your leadoff hitter Mitch Jeb to be aggressive the first time around. We know he has the capability to work the count.
Well, that brings up Tito Flores, and Tito comes into this one 326, had a 10-game hit streak snapped in the second game of the doubleheader against Chatham Sunday afternoon, but he has been kind of your rock to start the season, the early part of the lineup, as he takes a first pitch fastball called strike in the count 0-1.
Yeah, comes into the game batting .326 on the year. We saw him move up to the leadoff spot, now dropped into the 2-hole behind Jeb, and it seems like a good fit for the left fielder.
0-1, and Jeb takes a fastball up high, count 1-1. You really think that it's going to be Jeb and Tito in the 1 and 2 spots for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, most likely. Aside from the days those guys get off, it's what's worked so far, and even moving Tito to the 2-hole has not cooled him down, and Mitch Jeb has really settled into that spot in the 1.
1-1 pitch to Tito, and he takes a fastball low, called a strike by the home plate umpire Ed McAvin in the count 1-2.
Cunningham with that 13.5 ERA. Don't let that fool you.
It's just one game.
Just
Everybody's
one
got a
game.
bad game.
It ballooned a little bit, but his stuff at Vanderbilt was solid, and the guy is going to be a formidable prospect moving forward.
Well, that tends to happen when people pitch at Vandy as the 1-2 pitch is taken low 2-2. Your defensive alignments for Bourne: Harris in left, Rocafort in center, Duffy in right. Peck, Shaw, Eblin, and Brito in the infield going left to right. Espinal behind the plate, and Bryce Cunningham deals the 2-2 and a swing and a high pop, foul down the right field line and out of play. We stay 2-2. Your dimensions at Doran Park, they are weird. We mentioned it on Saturday night. 395 to dead center in the flagpole, 330 down the left field line, 360 to right, and then right down the right field line, 300 on the dot. So you almost have a borderline pesky pole situation down the right field line. Here's the 2-2, and weakly fouled right back to us. And the count will stay 2-2 between Cunningham and Tito Flores. Now, Bryce Cunningham wears number 97 at Vanderbilt. And, hey, as a freshman, he struck out 4 over 2 scoreless innings in his SEC debut against Missouri in a game that I called in the rain. The 2-2 pitch, and Tito swings and misses through the fastball, and that's his second out of the inning.
So that's twice now that you have seen a Bourne player in action against Hyannis that you called a game for, Justin Hyannis behind Flores.
Hyannis seems to have a knack for coming up in big spots. The 1-1 pitch, Hyannis serves it in the left field. That will get down for a 2-out base hit. We've seen 2-out rallies plenty of times to start the year for the Hawks, and now as Christian Moore steps into the batter's box, he can...
Second baseman, number 19 out of Tennessee.
Yeah,
Christian
no kidding. The guy is in the 4-hole already. Christian Moore batting .375 on his young year. He has been lights out for the Harbor Hawks, coming up with clutch hits, including a 2-out rally triple that started one against Chatham in Game 1 on Sunday.
Christian Moore scored the only run that the Hawks scored here at Doran Park on Saturday night as he scored on Dom Patelli's sacrifice fly. He's got a runner off of first, and Hyannis the first pitch to Moore. Breaking ball called low and outside, 1-0. We've talked so much about how hard it is to adjust to the wood bats. Christian Moore is a hit in his first 3 games. He's 3 for 8, an average of .375, like you said, really showing why he has asserted himself into the top half of the lineup so quickly. I mean, then again, when you hit 10 home runs in Tennessee at the SEC level in the limited amount of time that Moore saw as a freshman, I'd say that warrants it. Runner off of first is Hyannis, the 1-0 pitch, and Moore, good eye there, takes low, 2-0.
Christian Moore at Tennessee, that very first year, was slugging .619 at a .443 OBP, and his average sat at .305. You're a freshman in the SEC putting up those numbers.
And he's such a mature hitter at the plate, too, even for his age. He knows how to make adjustments. We saw it after an outside pitch was called a strike. That one misses low. In the doubleheader, he had that outside pitch off the zone called a strike, right? He moves a little closer to the plate, waits on the fastball the next time and takes it to right field. He does a nice job of adjusting in game, something you don't see as much from these young players.
I mean, we had him up in the booth a couple days ago, and just even when you talk to him, I think the best way to describe Christian Moore, wise beyond his years.
He's ready.
Runner off of first is Hyannis, now a 3-0 pitch, and Moore takes inside, I guess called a strike.
There's the old 3-0. Here is
a courtesy strike.
Yeah, little nugget for you.
So now 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, no score. Top of the first, Hyannis already a hit from Justin Hyannis, who sits off of first base. Checking back off first is Cunningham. 3-1 incoming, and Moore swings right through it, fouls it back, and the count will go full. He was sitting on top of the fastball, just missed the timing by a split second. Good crowd on hand again, as we don't have much of anything behind us, just maybe
not much of anything, not much of anyone, just
not much of anything or anyone.
Kind
Last
of a
time we
beach
were here,
almost.
The nicest beach volleyball court in Bourne, Massachusetts. But over to the left, good crowd, 3-2, and it's taken low, called strike 3 regardless. Moore a little bit surprised as he walks back to the dugout.
Aren't we all? There's not close. There were 2 of the last 3 strikes were not remotely close to the zone.
Wide zone tonight in Bourne.
Whoa, wow, I hope that comes to play for Austin Amaral.
Well, we shall see. Anyway, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after half an inning. Austin Amaral will step onto the mound with the game tied at 0 on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
I'm Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the CCBL and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape. Fairway Financial. Fairway Financial is a proud national sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you want to hit a home run with your retirement income plan, visit fairwayfinancial.net and ask for owner and host family sponsor Steve Anzuoni, Cape Cod's retirement income specialist. That's fairwayfinancial.net. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Welcome back to Bourne. No score, bottom of the first now. At first glance, if you were to look at the number 33 on the mound, you would assume that Jackson Baumeister was on the bump. However, that is not the case. Austin Amaral simply forgot his jersey in his car, as he told us pregame, and snagged Baumeister's number for the night. I believe Baumeister's throwing tomorrow night.
Yeah, he will be the starter for the Harbor Hawks in tomorrow night's game against Falmouth at Falmouth, not McKeon Park. We found that out today. But it is not the first jersey gate that we've seen this season. It's happened to a couple guys before. Thankfully, though, Austin Amaral was nice enough to come over to our broadcast booth prior to the game and let us know about it.
That's a big heads up. We didn't want to credit Jackson Baumeister with a start that he's not going to make. So we will see him soon enough. But tonight we're treated to one of the nicest guys on the team and one of the best pitchers on Hyannis in Austin Amaral.
Well, Matt Shaw steps into the batter's box, and man, he had quite the season at UMD. He was first team All Big Ten, was a collegiate baseball freshman All-American last season as Amaral deals the first pitch up and in, ball 1.
UMass Dartmouth?
UMD is in University of Maryland. 1 home run, 5 RBIs already on this young season. He's already 11 for 26 here on Cape Cod. The 1-0, Amaral deals outside and low, 2-0. So you look at this Bourne lineup and the drop-off between Shaw at 423, the next guy up, Eblin at 133, as there's a high pop right behind us, maybe headed for the tent, couldn't tell you.
Yeah, batting averages are really tough here to judge a player's success by on Cape Cod. It's so early in the year, and you know, it's such a pitcher's league that a guy batting 250 is having a successful summer. And, you know, you really can't tell until a little bit after the All-Star break of what you're going to get from a guy.
2-1, Amaral deals, and it's up and high, 3-1. I mean, needless to say, whether you've played in 10 games, 50 games, or 100 games, an average of 423. Pretty good, should I say. 3 balls and a strike, though. Amaril's got to navigate out of this one, and the pitch is way up high for a leadoff walk. Now, to take a look at the Harbor Hawk defensive alignment, at third base, you got Mitch Jebb, Don Patelli at short, Christian Moore, second base, Nolan Shanuel at first,
Second
and
baseman,
in the
number 2,
outfield,
out of
right to
Alabama,
left,
Bryce
Matulia, McConnell,
Eblin.
Flores, Pancho Ruiz behind the dish, and Bryce Eblin at the plate. Eblin was Alabama's regular starter at second base. He started 44 games at a .242 average this past season in Tuscaloosa. 2 home runs, 8 doubles, including a grand slam. As there's a runner off of first, Amaral checks back, and diving back safely is Shaw. Eblin comes into this one 4 for 30, so he's had that typical wood bat adjustment time period. That's good for an average of 133, no home runs, a singular RBI. Runner off of first, righty to lefty. Now, Eblin shows bunt, and the pitch is up high and away. So out of the gate, we haven't seen this much out of Amaral, but he's struggling to find the strike zone early.
Yeah, maybe a bit tighter of a zone here today, too. Right now, it
Well,
is.
it was not a particularly tight zone in the top of the first as Amaral deals, showing bunt again. Eblin, another one up high. So
Yeah,
Amaral has thrown 6 balls to 1 strike.
Yeah, Austin Amaral's control is something he's continually working on. He does have 3 walks in 6 innings pitched this season with the Harbor Hawks, and at Stetson in this past year in 2022, he did issue 21 walks in 48 innings.
2-1, there's a bunt foul as Tito takes his mask off, takes a look as it sails into the netting. The count 2-1.
Yeah, Amaral's career walks per 9 throughout collegiate and summer league is 3.8, so that's the one area of his game that he's continually working on, but you know, at the same time, his whip is only 1.2 in his career, which tells you he's not allowing many hits. It's just the walks that he's trying to limit and improve on this summer.
Amaral has been, I guess, the textbook definition of bend but don't break in his time thus far here at Hyannis. He's gotten out of a couple jams.
Allowed 2 walks and 4 hits in just 3 innings in that first game against Chatham, but only 1 earned run to show for it. The only run Chatham scored all game.
2-1 pitch, runner off of first, now checking back again on Shaw, and we stay 2-1.
In his second start, 3 really good innings, 3 shutout innings, just allowing a couple hits, and you're seeing improvement, which is all you need from guys start to start. Pitching coaches over here, Kevin Ohm and Ray Korn for the Hawks. It's a staff built with pitching coaches, really. Eric Beatty, of course, his experience here in the Cape pitching.
Here in Bourne, should I say.
Yeah, has helped these guys really develop, and they've all tweaked something with their mechanics that's helped them succeed.
2-1, runner goes, pitch swung on a miss, the throw to second, and not in time, not by much.
Probably the right call. He
Looked
did look
like the right
he
call.
was safe, and it's a good pitch for Pancho Ruiz to have a shot at throwing him out on. It was a fastball up in the zone, just a good jump over at first by Shaw.
So now you have a runner in scoring position. However, a good pitch by Amaral, should I say. Nice job battling back in the count. As now it's a 2-2, runner off of second, Shaw. He is a threat to run, as we just saw. Already has a 3 to 4 step lead off of second, so curious to see how Amaral attacks that as time is now called.
I do believe we would have seen a swing there almost no matter what.
Yeah. Protect the runner.
Yep. Not necessarily a hit-and-run situation, though, with control issues from Amaral early.
2-2 pitch incoming. Amaral now checking off second. Here's the delivery, and it's a breaking ball that just misses outside.
Yeah.
So early on, it does not look like Amaral has been
you got to have
being
that
given
called.
the same zone that we saw Cunningham get in the top of the first.
Isn't that something?
Funny.
Pretty good pitch.
That was a really good pitch, should
One
I
of those
say.
backdoor breaking balls where the hitter gives up on it, but it comes back and catches the corner of the plate.
Here's the payoff incoming, and it's a high pop angling foul towards the concession stand.
That's a good off-speed from Amaral, too. The 3-2 off-speed, throwing kind of high in the zone, too. It looks like a high fastball that just breaks off at the end. It's that changeup that he throws. He's got good movement on it. Because you're thinking, man, it feels like you're hanging an off-speed there, but it's the break at the end of the changeup that makes it so tough to put a bat on.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys, and we've seen it with the Harbor Hawks a lot. They're so confident in their off-speed that they're throwing it in a full count where they can't afford to miss.
Payoff pitch incoming. Don't want to walk the first 2 guys on base. Amaral checks off a second. Now here's a 3-2 and a fastball that is spoiled backwards by Eblin, who does come in wearing his red, or should I say crimson, Alabama helmet.
And what an at-bat by Eblin here. I mean,
Yeah.
spoiling 2 really good pitches from Austin Amaral. Now you're forcing him to be perfect 3 times in a row.
Yep. Well, not only that, he was checking the runner up until throwing that pitch, almost blind throwing the ball. And
Now he checks back again. Let's do it once more. The 3-2, and it's swatted in the air to right center field. That could be trouble. McConnell back. He makes a nice catch. Tagging and going to third is Shaw. He will get there. The throw's cut off. But, hey, with that short fence out in right field, those long fly balls can get really dicey really fast.
Cole McConnell is that guy. You're watching that ball, and again, we're in a situation where it's not an exaggeration to say that a good portion of the outfielders we've seen this season do not make that play, but Cole McConnell is just different. He's not the good portion we've seen.
His range is at an elite level already for such a young player and for somebody who's just really getting into the groove.
Now the batter is Chris Brito, takes the first pitch and hits it a long way to center. McConnell back. That is going to go over his head. No, he makes a catch again. Well, now tagging and scoring without a throw is Shaw, so it's a sacrifice fly. But again, my goodness, Cole McConnell might have just saved a home run there with the short fence.
I'll give you credit. I don't think he saved a home run. It probably would have one-hopped the fence.
At the very least,
but
a ground rule double.
That is still, and you can see the outfield kind of drops off as you get further into it. But Cole McConnell, what a catch again. That range is, you're watching something special when you see Cole McConnell play baseball.
Well, he's so fundamental, too, because as soon as the ball's hit, right, he turns the shoulders and he runs back. He doesn't backpedal.
No, you would have thought it was a home run the way he ran.
He doesn't get twisted around. He just knows
it looked
exactly
like
what to do.
McConnell slowed down, so now the runner scores. Jack Duffy swings and misses on the first pitch. Just to tell you how short this fence is.
Okay. We have a measurement?
Yeah, we do have a measurement.
Oh, actually?
Not a precise measurement.
I'd say,
as
3 feet maybe?
There's a called strike on Jack Duffy. The count now 0-2. Phil Matulia out in right field is 6'2".
Well, no, you can't really tell off that because it drops down. I'd hate to break it to you.
Well, when he was standing square with the fence, it was about, I'd say, a little bit higher than belt high. 2-2, or the 0-2 hit on the ground to second base. That's going to be an easy toss over by Moore to retire the side. So a leadoff walk comes around to score, but it could have been a lot worse. No runs, one run, no hits. Nobody left on after 1 inning of play. 1-0 Braves on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
I'm sideline reporter Bria Losick, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Cape Cod 5-Cent Saving Bank. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services, and Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Welcome back to this Tuesday night tilt here at Doran Park. 1-0 Bourne as we enter the top of the second.
You're on an alliteration kick today.
Hey, I had scintillating Saturday, now Tuesday tilt.
Wow. You opened the show with home of the Braves? Don't think I didn't see that.
Okay.
See, there's no video today.
After Cole
I'm
McConnell,
sitting right beside him. He's right here. Look at him.
You
Yep,
heard.
that's Zach Berman.
Hey, because of you, we got to listen to all 9 minutes of Rattlenbog driving out here.
Yeah, and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's a great day to
And
be a
the wreck-
broadcaster.
And the
today.
wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Good
What
song.
a great song.
Pleasure working with you guys, too.
Oh, of
I don't know if
course.
I've said that this season. It's so much fun.
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Hawks, and after Cole McConnell flashed the glove twice in the bottom of the first, likely saved a run or two. Now he comes up here in the top of the second, takes a first pitch fastball outside. McConnell has been great.
Now,
He's been great. I mean,
I'll give Cunningham a bone on that one. That he just threw a strike.
yeah.
Called the ball.
1-0 pitch. McConnell swings, fouls it away. Count 1-1. McConnell 12 for 35, no home runs, 4 RBIs, and countless runs saved in the field with his range.
342 average will definitely play here on Cape Cod.
Top on the team.
He continues to hit, too.
Christian Moore, but yeah, Christian Moore's eligible now.
I guess so.
1-1 pitch. Cunningham, well, that's certainly outside. The count 2-1.
Yeah, that one's true.
As the catcher, Espinal had to snag it. I'm sure Espinal and Cunningham have worked together at Vanderbilt. And like we've mentioned, chemistry is such a big part of this league. You want to bring in a guy or two from multiple teams at 2-1. And McConnell found
how sure can we be?
Well, Espinal, yeah, how sure can we be that is true?
One can assume.
I'll let you finish that thought. I do want to point out that Espinal behind the plate has big shoes to fill. Stepping in for Leak from the other night, who had a sensational game defensively here at Bourne.
Oh, boy, do I have bad news for you.
He was released, wasn't he?
2-2 pitch. McConnell, high fly ball, right center field. Ranging over is Rocafort, and he makes the catch, 1 down.
Rocafort says, anything you can do, I can do too. That was a Cole McConnell-esque play right there. Great range moving into right field to make the catch.
12 out of Florida Atlantic.
So
Nolan
1 down, and that brings up
Shanuel.
Nolan Shanuel. And here's a guy that we have seen in the top 100 for projected draft picks in 2023. Someone you'd love to see his bat wake up.
Could easily go in the first 3 rounds next year.
After his monster year at FAU, it doesn't surprise me. He's here this summer to try to build on that.
Shanuel, first pitch swinging, fouls it away, left field side out of play 0-1. Shanuel 10 for 47, 212, no home runs, a pair of ribbies.
Yeah, you look at his average at FAU, though, in 58 games, hit .369 with an OPS over 1,100 to go with 16 homers.
0-1 to Nolan. He hits it on the ground right at second base in Eblin. Takes a couple steps to his left field and fires 2 quick outs for the Hawks here top of the second.
Hard knock there for Shanuel, and a couple good pieces of hitting that we saw from Shanuel and from McConnell, but nothing to show from them. And hopefully Pancho Ruiz can do something here.
Pancho Ruiz has the catching platoon, or should I say trifecta now, with Charlie Taylor aboard to himself for the time being tonight. He's coming in 192 batting average on the year. First pitch, Pancho swings and misses at a breaking ball, 0-1.
So difficult for catchers in this league to get going at the plate because they're playing every other night, some guys every third night, and it's just really tough to get into a rhythm, but it's the best way to keep them fresh because they're coming off a collegiate season catching over 50 games.
0-1, Pancho takes low on the breaking ball.
Just
wish we had pitch speeds, but
tells you how good Jacob Campbell is, too. To have been the DH for Hyannis so many times this season, you really struggle to go without him in this lineup somewhere.
1-1.
Pinch hit situation later in the game if it comes down to it.
Pancho takes inside, called a strike count 1-2. No Campbell. You'd think he'd be one of the early guys off the bench tonight. You'd think Riku Nishida would come in a base running situation and take over defensively as well. That's what we've seen happen in the past. The 1-2, and barely getting anything on it is Ruiz as Cunningham fouls it straight back. I do have to mention, I've reached the point where, you start to write down nicknames in your score sheet. And right now I have Jacob Campbell listed as Soup.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you put that? Is he not in the lineup?
He's not in the lineup tonight. 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball that Pancho is way in front of, and that will retire the side. So 1-2-3, down go the Hawks in order. And let's go to the bottom of the second here from Dorn Park. 1-0 Braves on Harbor Hawk Radio Network.
I'm sideline reporter Bria Losick, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Cape Cod 5-Cent Saving Bank. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services, and Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to
Welcome back. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Braves. I almost just called them Atlanta. It's just to show you where my mind is
right
at.
next
Atlanta is
door.
also the Braves, though, so I
Also-
can see why
yes.
you probably make that connection.
I had
Few
to
states over.
stop myself right there. No, 1-0. Bourne as we're brought back into the tunes of not Tom Cochran's Life is a Highway, but
Right.
Rascal Flatts' Life is a Highway.
Arguably better. Cars, 2007 animated classic.
Have seen it?
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Not a big movie
One of the
guy,
few
but
movies that Austin Dakota has actually
We
no
got the
kidding.
second For Bourne.
The latest movie I've
Third
seen is
baseman,
the
number
2022
16,
Harbor
number
Hawks,
9,
and it's
John
quite good.
Beck.
It's like 500-ish, maybe a little bit above.
It's got some good plot twists to it. Every time you think you know something, something
Got a
new
lot of
comes.
pass balls to it.
That
That's for
indeed.
sure.
Not many home pass balls, though.
Oh,
should I
No.
say.
right. It's every catcher who plays.
So it's Peck, Hensler, and Rocafort, 5, 6, and 7. First pitch chopped up the middle. Nicely snagged by Patel. He fires to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That is a big bounce back for Austin Amaral, who's had to throw a lot of pitches in that first inning, 18 of them.
Designated hitter,
Comes
number
back, gets
13,
the guy on the
10,
first pitch of the
Wyatt
inning, and it's a weak grounder.
Hensler.
That's really what you wanted to start the second.
So let's talk about Wyatt Hensler, and he had one heck of a season. Out of the Ivy League, University of Pennsylvania, 383 batting average, 14 home runs, 53 RBIs. He played in 48 games, and Hensler swings and misses on the first pitch. Hensler last season played with Ashboro of the Coastal Plain League, and 326 average, 7 homers, 32 RBIs. Some might say he is what you call a good baseball player.
Yeah, he's a Quaker, but I won't tell you about his religious affiliations.
0-1 taken low, called a strike count 0-2. I'm sure he likes oats.
You get it? He goes to Penn.
Yeah, Penn, the Quakers.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get my. I'm not a big oatmeal guy, I got to tell you.
Oh.
The 0-2 pitch, and Hensler pops it sky high in the infield. Let's see who calls everybody off. It's Patelli, 2 down. And that brings up Carson Rocafort. Rocafort showed some
Center
nice
fielder,
range
number
in
6,
center
Louisiana Lafayette.
to
Carson
start the
Rocafort.
top of the second, should I say, out of Louisiana Lafayette. Last summer, he played for the Anchorage Bucks of the Alaska League.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
guys come here from the Alaska League from
It's a
last
good
summer.
league.
It's a league. You don't see a lot of media coverage on it, but there's so much talent now coming from that league. It's really making its way up the summer league rankings.
Well, Barry Bonds famously played in the Alaska League. I'll have you know that.
That he did.
Wow. Do they have broadcasts in the Alaska
They
League?
do. They do. First pitch was taken up high. Here's the
doing?
1-0. Nice breaking ball. A swing and a miss by Rocafort.
Austin Amaral has settled in here, too.
Yeah, that's big.
Bottom of the second. You're seeing him look a lot more comfortable, even working a couple pitches into the last at-bat. He's been good. And here against Rocafort, getting that swing and miss, you can see the stuff is starting to settle in, too.
1-1. Rocafort takes
That's
inside,
that's-
I guess. They actually, no, they checked down to first, and they do rule that he
Well,
went around.
He first. I don't think he
Right.
swung.
I think the
Second,
third base
yeah.
umpire realizes he didn't swing, but
But
the
it
ball
was
was
a
in the strike zone. So we're going to toss ourselves a bone here.
1-2. Amaral deals, and it's taken up high 2-2. Let's talk about the Alaska League for a second. Listen to some of these names that have come out of this league. Josh Donaldson,
Yep.
Paul Goldschmidt,
Heard of him?
the big unit, Randy Johnson, Aaron Judge.
RJ, as they called him.
Mark McGuire is a 2-2, taken outside 3-2.
Kurt Suzuki. That's
Kurt
a big one.
Suzuki, Danny Valencia, Jared Weaver, Tom
Uh-huh.
Seaver.
No way.
Yeah.
I think
Here's a 3-2 payoff pitch. High fly ball, shallow center. Patelli coming in, McConnell coming in. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Cole, and that's going to be the end of the inning.
Great inning again from Austin Amaral. He's now retired 6 in a row.
Nice job by Amaral to settle things down after the leadoff walk. And 1-2-3 down go the Braves in order. Time to go to the top of the third here from Doran Park. 1-0 Bourne on Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'm Zach Berman, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Mosquito Mary's. The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Mary's, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to mosquitomarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29. We would also like to thank 99 Restaurants. The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls. Piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk. Welcome back to Bourne, or actually, if you look at the map, it's technically Buzzards Bay.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Doran Park, like the federal address for Doran Park is in fact
That's
220 Sandwich Road, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts.
Really?
Wow.
02532.
I feel behooved.
Don't let our Twitter guys get a hold of that one.
So we are playing in Buzzards Bay.
I have a feeling they will somehow.
So Buzzards Bay does have a Cape League baseball team,
And
whereas
that's the
Bourne
Does not.
does not. This is
Anyway, 8, 9, and 1 due in for the Hawks here against Bryce Cunningham.
who wouldn't have made that throw down.
Leak.
Yep. I don't think that was his
Leading
name.
off the third for Hyannis, the shortstop,
Excuse me.
number 36.
Dom
out of
Patelli
Miami,
steps up to the plate.
Dominic Patelli.
Saturday's game here at Doran Park, he had the only RBI for the Hawks that night, a sacrifice fly. He steps in. He's having a rough go of it at the plate. In the field, he's been just about as advertised, but he's 161, one homer, 4 RBIs.
He's also been your best bunter on the team, too.
Yep.
He's done that
First
really
pitch
well.
to Dommel. Speaking of showing bunt, he does just that, but
Yeah,
he lets
good
it
thing
go
he laid
outside.
off. That was very obviously off the plate. Not even close. Good job by Dom Patelli there to see that one.
1 ball, no strikes, top of the third inning of play. 1-0 Bourne. The 1-0 to Dom. He takes outside again, 2-0. Will be Patelli, Matulia, and Mitch Jebb.
You'll see Coach Beatty likes to stack lefties at the bottom of the lineup. We've seen that with Riku Nishida behind Patelli. Now tonight, Patelli, Matulia, Jebb, 3 in a row.
2-0 to Patelli. Takes outside corner, called a strike, 2-1. Of course, the Hawks going a very lefty-heavy lineup against the righty Cunningham.
Yeah, they're a very lefty-heavy team for the most part after, most of the starting outfield's left-handers besides Tito Flores.
2-1, taken low and in, 3-1 to Patelli. Patelli's got sneaky speed as well, so if you put him on base, he is a threat to steal.
Been one of the Harbor Hawks, if not the best, base stealer on the team.
3-1 to Dom, and takes low, ball 4. A leadoff walk to start the third.
Well, that's been an issue in the career of the pitcher Bryce Cunningham. At Vanderbilt this past season, in 33 innings, allowed
Right fielder,
14
number
walks.
26,
Not
Louisiana
awful
Tech.
numbers,
Phil
but he'll
Matulia.
toss you a bone every 2 innings or so.
So here comes Phil Matulia, and Matulia also a guy that has good speed. You wonder with the top of the lineup coming up, and now third base, John Peck playing in, but maybe a bunt here, and at the very least, there's a chance you could reach.
Yeah, Patelli 3 for 4 on the year in stolen bases.
First pitch to Matulia swings right through it, so forget what I just
Also
said.
4 RBI, which is second on the team. Granted, everyone is currently second on the team.
Matulia as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 home run, 4 RBIs, 4 for 24 with a homer.
He's really starting to feel better at the plate, too. Talking to him before the game, he's getting comfortable finally.
You can
see
tell
it.
the at-bats are getting better.
Right.
0-1, they check back off first, and Matulia watches as Patelli dives back safely.
Almost got Patelli there. Really quick move off the bump.
Something to keep an eye on. These Harbor Hawks do like to make a lot of noise on the base paths. Now Patelli with a big lead. Here comes the 0-1, and Matulia hits it on the ground to second. Is there a play at second? There is. That's all they'll get as Eblin flips to Shaw to get the lead runner. But you do replace one speedy runner with another as Matulia a threat to steal as well. Score the out for 6 to
Third baseman,
flip
number
the
38
lineup
out of
over
Michigan
for
State,
Mitch Jebb.
Yeah, now you got to deal with Mitch Jebb, who's been red hot. Looking at Jebb, who's now batting .321. We've talked about how his first 2 games, the poor guy could barely string stuff together. He was struggling, went 0 for 7 at the plate in those, and since then, talk about a guy who's on fire.
Jebb, that compact lefty swing. Runner off of first, Matulia. First pitch to Mitch, taken up high, 1-0. Now, to take a look at, I love being able to do this now, the handy-dandy spray chart.
Jebb has 9 hits.
9 hits.
9 hits in the last 5 games. And
That's-
that includes a
yes.
game where he went 0 for 5.
Right, and that's pretty good, I'd say, for
Yeah.
a guy who's still really in that transition period from metal to wood.
Especially to
bat,
go
too.
0 for 5 in one of those games
Right.
and still have 9 hits.
Jebb takes another one outside, 2-0, so he's ahead in the count. We haven't seen it yet. Jebb did hit 6 homers at Michigan State this year. He does have power although sometimes that power takes a little bit longer to harness out with the wood bats. As here's the 2-0 to Jeb. He hits it on the ground. Could be a tough play. And what a play at second base. Eblin, in almost one motion, gloves it and then tosses it with the glove to Shaw for the out to get Matulia. That is a ridiculous play.
That is one of the greatest baseball plays I have ever seen with these two eyes.
Yeah,
That goes off of Cunningham, and in one fell swoop, you see coming over Eblin, who grabs it with the glove, same motion, flips the shortstop Shaw to get the out
flips
at
it
2.
across his body as he's like stumbling
In the
to
air.
the left. That's incredible.
That was
Oh,
a web gem, to say the least.
that's
My goodness.
Sports Center top 10 caliber.
That was legitimately sick. No other way to describe
Darn
that.
straight.
Checking back on
Well put. No
Jeb.
other way to describe
Jeb
that.
also a threat to steal, but that brings up Tito Flores. Tito,
Yeah, the whole team's really a threat to steal the Harbor Hawks.
No
They're,
kidding.
I mean,
Was-
third in the Cape in stolen bases, 21 for 26 on
The
the
season didn't start like that either. It's
No.
been the last 5 games. This
They've been
team's just
running.
ramped it up.
2 outs now. The first pitch to Tito. There goes Jeb. The throw to second. I think they got him.
Oh,
They did.
I don't know about
No,
that.
I think that the tag from Shaw
Was on his calf.
was on his calf, and it was a good throw as well by Espinal. So Jeb cut down at second base, and despite the leadoff walk,
We
the Hawks
appreciate and thank
can't
the
muster
sponsors
anything
who
of
support the
no
Cape League and
runs,
its
no
10
hits.
teams.
Nobody left
Our
on
corporate sponsors are the financial
after
backbone
2.5
of the
innings
league.
of play.
It is
Still
with
1-0
their support that
Bourne
we are
on
able to
Harbor Hawk
preserve our
Baseball
long-standing
Network.
tradition.
I'm sideline reporter Bria Losick, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Cape Cod 5-Cent Saving Bank. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services, and Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Bottom of the third inning, and you know, I was talking to the guys in between innings. I still cannot believe the play that Bryce Eblin just made in that top of the frame.
It's definitely one of the better ones that we've seen this season.
Leading
And
off the third
Austin
for Bourne,
Strickland,
the
who just
catcher,
came
number
past the
31,
booth, thought that he went
Vanderbilt,
through his
Allen
legs. Thought that Eblin went
Espinal.
through his legs. He might have. I may have missed that aspect. He did go through his legs.
He went through his
He went
legs.
through his legs.
Oh my goodness.
That's Sports Center top 10.
That is
Easily.
that's incredible.
What other 10 plays are going on tonight?
It's just baseball.
Alan Espinal takes a first pitch called strike. That's not baseball. That's
No, I
sorcery.
mean, the only thing that's going on tonight is baseball.
Right.
Like,
That is
basically,
true.
it's the
Everything
only
else is done.
Right, the only pro league that's in action.
KBO on tonight?
Probably.
0-1. Espinal grounds it foul. Count 0-2. So he went between his legs.
Yeah. Off a ball that bounced off of Cunningham is going the other direction. He's pulling to his
Wow.
right, just reaches out left between the legs.
My oh my! I mean,
Yeah.
what are you supposed to say to that?
How about Austin Amaral
strikeout,
coming out
yeah, that's-
ahead 0-2 after retiring 6 in a row?
that
I mean, that's a
indeed,
good start to the inning.
as time is called. Espinal, of course, already has gunned down a Harbor Hawk at second base to end the top of the third. As there's the 0-2, and it's spiked 1-2.
Just missed that one. Landed about
Like
57
the
feet.
idea, though.
Yeah. Let him see what you got in there. Just show him that, yeah.
So we'll be
Not afraid to throw you the little off speed.
8-9-1 in for should I say Bourne here in the bottom of the third. Espinal, Harris, and Matt Shaw. The 1-2 to Espinal, and there's a high pop. That's headed foul right over us. Let's see where it lands. It lands at someone's feet.
Fun souvenir. You know, it is legal to hit a baseball off the one hop. You can
It
put
is.
a
I've
seen
ball
it
in
done.
play off a one hop.
Vlad
I mean-
Guerrero Sr. did it.
Yep.
in a game.
Yes.
Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Probably will do it too.
1-2 taken up and in 2-2. That's like
known
that's a
MLB
cricket play
player.
almost.
It is not even almost. It's like actually, yeah.
That's how you hit
an
it.
actual cricket play.
You'll ever watch cricket?
I played it once in a park in London.
Were you any
Nope.
good at it?
No.
2-2 pitch, and Espinal weakly chops it foul down the third base line. Nice job by Espinal to battle back in the at-bat, 2-2. 1-0 Bourne, bottom of the third.
Espinal's 1 for 7 this season, 142. So his days on the Cape have not been.
They've really just begun.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Thanks for helping me out.
2-2 pitch, and Amaral deals in a swing and a miss. Nice job on the breaking pitch there, and Espinal swings right through it, 1 down, and that brings up
Left
Dakota
fielder, number
Harris,
10 out of
formerly of Polk
Dakota
State.
Harris.
Is
Looks
it
like he is
Polk
Polk
right?
State, yes.
Yeah.
Looks like he is slated to transfer to Tennessee come fall.
Oh, that's probably good.
He might be good at baseball if you're doing that,
Future
but
teammate of Christian Moore, who's standing over at second base for
That
the
guy's got
Hawks.
some hair too. You see this?
yeah, he has got,
The
some
Dansby
hair.
Swanson flow.
yes, the Dansby Swanson flow indeed, batting from the left-hand side. He hits the first pitch, hard ground ball, and it is booted by Jeb into left field. I think that's going to be ruled a hit.
Yeah. Jeb was playing up almost on the infield grass because a bunt threat for sure is Dakota Harris, and he was playing a little bit too far up. The ball just
Shortstop, number
bounced
24,
over his head.
out of
No way he
Maryland,
could have made that
Matt.
play.
First hit
Shaw.
Austin Amaral's allowed tonight. I mean, the one run came after a walk, a stolen base, and a pair of tag-ups on fly balls. So
Yeah.
besides the walk, he's been really good tonight.
So probably not the guy you want a runner on to face, and that would be Matt Shaw, who did walk his first time up.
Yeah, how often do you not allow a hit? You've only got 1 walk to your name through 3, almost 3
pitch.
innings.
Nice
You've allowed an earned run.
breaking pitch there, called a strike inside corner on the talented Shaw, 0-1. And in the on-deck circle, the magician, should I say, Bryce Eblin.
Matt Shaw. It's a terrapin.
0-1 pitch, and Shaw takes a breaking ball called strike at the knees, outside corner, 2-2.
His last season for the Terrapins against righties, he hit .289 with a .371 OBP.
What do you do against lefties?
.222. That won't apply here,
Interesting here how you have a righty that hits much better against righties.
though. That's true.
Checking back off first is Amaral. Now, I got to tell you, the first college I ever toured was Maryland.
Really?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Yeah, good journalism program. As the Lynch School. It's,
Did they really?
Yeah, they do. One of the better
know
J
that.
schools in the Northeast. 0-2 pitch, and it's
Did you just call Maryland the Northeast?
That is not the Northeast.
Mid-Atlantic.
Oh.
Mid-Atlantic.
Oh. You just made a lot of our listeners upset.
Maryland Northeast corridor, should I say.
No, I'll allow it. Is that what they call it?
Corridor's a
Well, the
interesting.
Northeast corridor is a train that goes from Boston to D.C. I'd say it goes right through College Park, so therefore Maryland's on the Northeast corridor. The 0-2 pitch and chop foul by Shaw. The count 2-2.
Also lower than the Mason-Dixon line, though. South of the Mason-Dixon.
Yes, it is south of Mason-Dixon line.
Now what?
So you know, Maryland students, and I found this out through one of my friends, Julia Joseph, who
Speaking
spent
of,
last year
Matt
with the
Shaw,
Gatemen.
who's at the
Yeah.
plate, goes to Maryland. So just
Yes.
this matters. Continue.
So before finals at University of Maryland, they have a statue of their mascot Testudo, which is a
Terrapin? No.
and they give sacrificial offerings to the turtle as the pitch is taken up, and then the runner goes. Poncho's going to throw, and it's a wild throw, gets past the glove of Patelli. Thankfully, no further. Now the count 2-2.
See what they ruled at, whether it's a wild pitch or a pass ball. It did hit the mid of Poncho.
I think that's a pass ball.
I do believe that's correct.
But just to finish what I was saying, somehow, some way, you know, they'll offer the
What was his name? Tito?
Testudo.
Testudo.
They offer the turtle snacks and whatnot.
Does he
somehow,
eat 'em?
no.
Oh.
Somehow the turtle was caught on fire one night before finals.
Oh, that's not
Nobody
good.
knows how it happened.
What?
The 1-2 pitch, and there's a high pop. Shallow infield, and nobody's going to play it, and it's going to drop.
I mean, that's unfortunately probably going to be an infield single because nobody touched it until it hit the ground.
It definitely should have been caught by. That's probably
Patelli
Amaral.
and Amaral had a little communication error somewhere in the mix, and nobody
second
called it
baseman,
off.
number 2
Patelli's
out of
coming
Alabama,
from the
Bryce
edge of the grass that
Eblin.
leads to the outfield, so he has a long run, and his only play at that is to dive or take out Austin Amaral as he runs towards the mound. So really, that's a ball Austin Amaral unfortunately is going to have to step off the mound and try to snag. But yeah, now it's a hit, and you have first and second, one out.
So probably one of the softer contacts Matt Shaw will ever have in his life that will result with him on first base. to bring up Bryce Eblin, who takes the first pitch outside, called strike one. Eblin, of course, long fly out, advanced a runner, but more importantly, might have saved his pitcher, Bryce Cunningham, some heartache in the top of the frame.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you guys. I'm a square away, by the way, from a Berman bingo, my third. It was offering snacks to an inanimate turtle.
This time is called.
Yeah, it's not Berman, but the fact that Berman said it, the fact that it was brought up, didn't see that one coming tonight. Luckily, I had it there. One away from a Berman bingo.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
0-1 pitch, and Eblin takes low, ball one. There is some light stretching, should I say, in the Harbor Hawk bullpen behind right field.
I would call that light stretching. Yeah, that signifies. I think they're playing with a little hacky sack. It's a football. They are throwing a football in the bullpen. Game 15, folks. There are 44 of these.
Coach Beatty's kids, I think, are out there, maybe.
Yep, that is exactly
One ball, one strike, one out. First and second for Bourne, and there's a ball, I guess, fastball missing outside according to home plate blue. Count 2-1.
Umpires in blue tonight, actually wearing blue. Usually wear the black shirts and the gray pants. Not today. They've gone with the powder blues. Pretty good look.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Man, if Amaral can get out of this, force a weak ground ball, really would be a big win in this book, as there's a high fly ball down the left field line that is tailing foul, not by much.
Yeah, that was fair in Hyannis a couple nights ago.
Okay, just to back you up, Austin, didn't that Rocco Pepe triple look fair from our immediate vantage point? Granted, I think we had a pretty bad vantage point of the actual play.
Yeah.
No, but I said it did.
Quoted from Wes Burton as the single most foul ball I've ever seen called fair in my life.
I wasn't sure. I thought it hit the line, but apparently there was a good bit of green between the chalk and the baseball.
The pitcher and the catcher just stopped playing the game and started yelling at the umpire.
Well, tonight, luckily, that will remain foul and move the count to 2-2.
It will.
Luckily, it benefited the folks in blue and orange. I'll take it. And now it's a back pick, and oh my goodness, Amaral almost.
Patelli blind caught that ball because Amaral almost pegged the base runner for Bourne, Harris, with that baseball.
Amaral almost scored himself an out in dodgeball.
Well, luckily we're playing baseball.
That's a good movie.
Yes, it is. Vince Vaughn.
2-2 pitch. Amaral deals, and it's a high pop. Shallow infield. Patelli coming to the outfield, makes the catch.
Infield
2 down.
fly.
Infield fly rule was called regardless. 2 down.
It's always interesting to see how far an umpire lets a player
First
drift
baseman, number
before they
28,
call
out of
infield
Rutgers,
fly.
Christopher
It's shallow
Brio.
outfield if a guy is one of the infielders camps under it, which Patelli did. He established that. There's a lot of coaches that argue it. You know, you see a lot of balls that will end up dropping on tough plays like
30
that.
feet in the outfield or something. We see a
Right,
lot of those.
and they call it infield fly, but that was the right call there. Patelli had established himself under it, so now Austin Amaral is 1 out from getting out of this inning.
So here comes Chris Brito as a sacrifice fly his first time up. Runners on first and second, now 2 outs. In the first pitch, Brito, that's hit to center field. Back goes McConnell, way back, makes the catch, and much easier than the last time McConnell had a ball hit his way to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. It's time to send things now down to Bria Losick. Bria, the mic's yours.
We also want to
Thanks, Zach. Well, a lot is coming full circle today for Coach Beatty. His wife and kids are watching in person for the first time this season against the team he played for during his time in the Cape League. He said he's kept in touch with his host family from when he played for Bourne after all these years, and they remain so close that his wife and kids are staying with that same host family this week. His 2 boys, Tate and Jackson, were on the field during BP. And let me tell you, if they keep playing like that, we might just see the name Beatty on one of these rosters again in about 15 years. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Bria, as we welcome you back. Zach, it's been a good back-and-forth battle, but 1-0 the Braves.
Well, you want to see these Harbor Hawk bats figure out Cunningham a little bit better. Ton of credit to Austin Amaral, who has done the typical Austin Amaral song and dance, 3 innings of 1-run baseball, which has been just about status quo for how he's performed so far this season. And at the end of the day, your objective as a starting pitcher is to put your team in a position to win a baseball game, and he's done just that.
And judging by the bullpen, this is still Austin Amaral's game.
He hasn't gone further than 3 innings in his first 2 starts.
No, but nothing to note from the arm barn out there. Just some guys playing football. Pretty tight spiral there from West Burton. And it's also, yeah, you're right, Eric Beatty's kids are out there enjoying some time in the bullpen as well. Great to have his family in town for the week. And
fitting that his kids are here for a Bourne game, isn't it?
yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah, they'll be here for the next month. The Beatty
Is that
family.
right?
Yes.
Wow.
I asked him. He was very excited to see them. They got in a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yeah, school's finally out for
Yep,
them.
school's out. They're going to be up here for a month, he said. Very excited to have the kids around. They're too young. I think they're 11 and 7, I believe he said.
School's
So,
been out for them for a while. You think
Yeah.
about
I mean, that's gotta
Beatty's
be-
a high school coach,
Right.
so
I
he
mean,
came up
yeah.
after his high school
I
season,
know
which
in
is
Florida and down south, I mean, you guys are more
Getting
familiar
out
than
of,
I.
like,
You're out
April
very early.
30th.
Yeah,
Right.
school
May
ends early.
15th.
Left fielder number
So that brings up
34
Tito
on Michigan,
Flores,
Tito
2-3-4
Flores.
in against Bryce Cunningham. Second time Tito will see Cunningham takes a first pitch outside ball 1. Tito was up when Mitch Jebb got caught stealing. But, you know, I guess from a parent perspective, how cool is it to show your kids, like, yeah, you know, when I was in college, I had one of the single greatest seasons in league history right here in this town. Not right here, but as the bat shatters into a billion pieces, Tito Flores hits a weak grounder to Cunningham, will flip to first, and that bat just detonated on contact, 1 down here in the top of the
designated hitter
4th.
number 13 out of
Yeah,
Illinois.
it wasn't
Justin
even a crisp
Hyannis.
break. He hit it on the head of the bat, and it just splintered off that head of the bat.
So another weak grounder that seems to be the name of the game thus far for the Hawks tonight, but Justin Hyannis can change that. He's got the only Hawks hit of the night. It was a single in the top of the 1st inning, and the first pitch to Hyannis taken low, ball 1.
Hyannis out of Illinois was the 4-hole hitter in Champaign during the spring and has been another solid piece for the Harbor Hawks, especially as of late. Hyannis now hitting .271, which is one of the better batting averages on the squad even still.
1-0 to Hyannis, and it's a breaking ball. It's yanked to first, but right at Chris Brito, will take it to the bag himself. 2 down to bring up Christian Moore, who struck out on a controversial.
Second baseman number
Yeah.
19 out of
Brito
Tennessee,
broke the rules of
Christian
baseball there.
Moore.
Cunningham had come all the way over, was waiting on the dish over, and never got it.
Reward the pitcher for his hustle. But
Exactly.
not today.
Nope.
So it was a 3 unassisted to bring up Moore. And the Harbor Hawk bats, which have been pretty loud elsewhere, have gone silent again in Bourne to start this one. First pitch to Christian Moore, a fastball at the knees, taking called strike 1. The count 0-1 on the slugging second baseman from the University of Tennessee.
Espinal pulled that one up a bit, too. It was a strike either way, but he did make that one even look better than it was.
Yeah.
0-1, righty to righty, and Moore swings right through a fastball. 0-2.
Espinal is the second best catcher we've seen in a Bourne uniform this
Right.
season.
Yeah. I mean, that says a lot, too, about how good he is. I mean,
It's a shame what happened to the other one.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cunningham deals, and it's a swing and a miss. So Bryce Cunningham slicing and dicing his way through the Harbor Hawk lineup through 4, and through 3.5, it is still 1-0 Braves on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
I'm Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the CCBL and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape. Fairway Financial. Fairway Financial is a proud national sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you want to hit a home run with your retirement income plan, visit fairwayfinancial.net and ask for owner and host family sponsor Steve Anzuoni, Cape Cod's retirement income specialist. That's fairwayfinancial.net. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Austin
Fairway
Amaral
Financial is a
back for
proud
his
national sponsor of
4th
the Cape Cod
inning
Baseball
of
League.
work here in
If
the
you want
bottom
to
of the
get a home run
4th
with
inning.
Your retirement income plan. Visit
It is
fairwayfinancial.net
still
and ask
1-0
for owner and
Braves.
host
Zach
family
Berman,
sponsor
Austin Dakota,
Steve
Drake
Anzoni,
Dole, and
Cape Cod
of course, as
retirement
always,
income
a thanks to our
specialist.
producers,
That's
Abby Stokes
fairwayfinancial.net.
and Ella Gibson.
Hey,
our
there's
sideline
Mike
reporter,
Maynard as well. Hey, Mike.
Bria Losick, Mike Maynard,
Great to have you, my man.
Leading
and
off
our
the
director
fourth
of
for Bourne,
broadcast,
the right fielder,
Harrison
number 18
Myers,
out of
who is
Houston,
taking the
Duffy.
road trip away from playing the Oregon back at McKeon Park.
Yeah, always good to have Harris on the road. At home and on the road. Your director of broadcast gives that kind of passion and consistency.
It's an easy night for him then. Doesn't have to play the organ, so.
Or the piano.
First
right, or
pitch,
any
The
of
occasional accordion.
Right.
Jack Duffy takes 1-0. Duffy hit into a 4-3 his first time up. The 1-0 pitch to Duffy, and he hits it right to second base. Nice snag there by Moore, who flips to Shanuel for the easy out.
I don't know
One
if
down.
that was the Tennessee flip right there. That was let's just get it in time. A little bit of flash on the glove there from Christian Moore.
Hey, Christian Moore always
Third
plays
baseman,
his
number
game with a little
16
bit of
out of
flair,
Pepperdine,
regardless
John
it be
Peck.
Tennessee
A little
or
risky play right there.
Well, that was a closer play than I'm sure Coach Beatty would have liked it to turn out.
to bring up John Peck. Peck grounded into a 6-3 his first time up. Righty bat, should I say, out of Pepperdine. And the first pitch to Peck gets away from the glove of Poncho and right back to the backstop. So Peck, last year with Ridgefield of the West Coast League, batted .324, 6 homers, 40 RBIs.
Wow.
1-0 to Peck, and he swings through a breaking ball. Nice pitch there from Amaral. The count now 1-1. This past season with Pepperdine, 7 homers, 33 RBIs, an average of .361. He totals out, yes.
That pitch by Amaral just before he throws another was probably the best changeup he's thrown all night.
All season, should I say. And there might be an even better one right there in the 1-1.
Goes to the breaking ball that time. Those back-to-back pitches were really good. That's how you know he's found a feel for his off-speed.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Amaral, though, has only struck out 1. So he's generated a lot of soft, easy contacts, but hasn't figured out his strikeout pitch just yet as it's hit up the middle. Could be a tough play. Patelli goes to a knee, and all he's going to do is collect the baseball as there's a 1-out single for John Peck to bring up Wyatt Hensler.
Yeah, not a very hard-hit ground ball, but soft enough and just deep enough on the infield where Patelli had too long to get there, and by the time he did, no play to be made.
Well, hit it where they ain't.
2 of the 3 hits really haven't made it out of the infield for the Bourne Braves, and the third was a high chopper that got past Mitch Jebb because he was playing in for the bunt.
Yeah.
So Hensler, after that incredible season he had as a Quaker,
3 hits, 3 singles.
comes in with a runner on. He swings right through a high fastball, 0-1. So Amaral is getting swings and misses early in the counts, but he's winding up getting a lot of the outs via soft contacts, not by getting those same batters to swing and miss.
You think our friend Point Streak will tell us how many extra base hits the Harbor Hawks have allowed this season?
0-1 to Hensler. He swings through another one, 0-2. I'm sure Point Streak will.
Not many, because 12 of the hits they allowed against, well,
Right.
all 12 against Wareham were singles. So
Runner off of first, that is Peck. The 0-2 from Austin Amaral to Wyatt Hensler. With the Braves leading 1-0. Now a check off of first. Well, if you look at the pitching stats,
Yeah, Harbor Hawks right now doesn't show the amount of extra base hits they've allowed, but Hyannis does have the 3rd most strikeouts in the league.
0-2 pitch now incoming, and it's a throw back to first. The pitch was low. Ruiz couldn't get the ball back to first. Time now the count 1-2, and
it's the opposite of where you want that throw to first. You want it right on the bag so Shanuel can just be turned and slap the tag down. That one was to the other side of the bag, so Shanuel had to backhand it.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. So there's your breaking ball. Gets Hensler to whiff at it. The second strikeout of the game for Austin Amaral. They're 2 down. As Carson Rocafort comes up to the plate. There are 4 Harbor Hawk pitchers that have more than 10 strikeouts. Can you name all 4 of them?
Delcoto.
That's one.
Ty Good.
That's another.
Brody McCullough.
That's another. Brody, your team
And
leader.
Ty Langenberg.
Ty Langenberg.
Yep.
There are 1, 2, 3,
can name
4
them.
pitchers
We can
tied at
indeed.
8. Volker, Strickland, Fincher, Rosario.
There's a strike.
As a first pitch to Rocafort, called a strikeout, 0-1. Hey, Rosario is throwing Thursday night, and let me tell you, if what we saw from him last time is any indication, he'll be into double digits with punchies in no time.
Great fastball.
Fastball almost hums up to 99, the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So Austin Amaral starting to get into a little bit of a groove here as the count now 0-2 on Rocafort, who flew out to center his first time up. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner off first. That would be Peck. Amaral out of the stretch, checks back off of first, now steps off the mound as Rocafort gets a...
You want to hear an interesting stat?
All right.
League-wide, 1,220 strikeouts and just 495 walks allowed by pitching.
Here's the 0-2. Runner goes. Pitch weakly hit foul down the right field side. We stay 0-2.
Pitchers in this league are striking out 3 times as many hitters as they're walking.
You want to hear a stat? The Chatham Anglers, 25 wild pitches this season, which is good enough for first in the league. And your Harbor Hawks saw 2 in a row to take a lead, actually, in the ball game, game 2 on Sunday.
That was a one fun, wild, wacky doubleheader.
Yeah.
Fun, wild, and wacky, yes.
Write that down.
Off of first base's Peck, but it's not going to matter as Rocafort cuts on and misses on an outside fastball. 4 stellar innings of work from Austin Amaral as he gets a nice big pat on the back from Pancho Ruiz as they exit the field of play. Through 4, still 1-0 Bourne on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
I'm broadcaster Drake Toll. This is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day.
Already top of the 5th here from Doran Park and Bourne, and it's still 1-0 in favor of the Braves as big spot here for the Hawks. 5, 6, and 7 due in against Bryce Cunningham, who's back in for his 5th inning of work. Still not much action other than some stretching in the Bourne bullpen.
Yeah, I guess they'll just let Amaral go as long as he can. And same thing for Cunningham, too. But Cunningham sits, as we speak, at 46 total pitches. .46 pitches for Cunningham, and on the Hyannis side, it's
out of Louisiana Tech, Cole McConnell.
Cole McConnell comes to the plate. McConnell out of Louisiana Tech, the typical 4-hole hitter. And for Hyannis today, he's in the 5-hole following up Christian Moore. Welcome back to the broadcast booth, Mr. Zach Berman.
Hey, I mean, McConnell has been nothing short of rock solid as he had a long fly out his first time up. First pitch, breaking ball called to strike man. Cunningham.
They actually call McConnell the Rock at Louisiana Tech.
Like Dwayne?
No, like rock solid.
Oh.
Like shale or sedimentary or igneous.
That's a good one. I'll give you that.
0-1, and it's spiked. Count 1-1.
That pitch, he threw that pitch 58 feet as hard as he could into the ground, and that took about every bounce it could on the way back to him.
See,
Cunningham just showing off at this point.
It really says something. When you hear the word rock, I don't typically think
it does say
actual
something.
Rock. I think about
I think Plymouth.
the 1-1 pitch, and it's lined up the middle, and the more things change, the more things stay the same. Cole McConnell is on base.
Rock solid. I mean, he continues to hit the ball on a nightly basis.
Right. Again, when you hear rock from now on, think Cole McConnell.
Will do.
So McConnell, also a threat to steal, brings up Nolan Shanuel, and
let's see what Shanuel can put together here. You know, early in the season, had the full beard.
Yep.
Shaved it down to a mustache.
Yep,
he was struggling hitting with a full beard. Shaved it to a mustache. Was struggling hitting with the mustache, so he shaved completely. And struggled a little bit here and there, so now he has a full beard again.
Well,
come full circle.
Speaking of coming full circle, there is a pitch, or warming, should I say. Shanuel shows bunt, pulls back, called a strike.
Is that, yeah.
I was going to say that there is a pitcher warming in the Bourne Arm Barn out directly in front of us.
Make it full circle.
Yeah, I don't know how that's full circle.
I don't know how that's full circle either.
Okay.
Carry on, continue.
But I will give you an A for effort, though.
Attempted a segue.
Righty to lefty. 0-1 to Shaniel, who is showing bunt now. He takes a breaking ball. Nice frame there by Espinal, called a strike.
He's really impressing behind the dish. I think we found a new favorite Harbor Hawk broadcast crew catcher.
He
no,
dropped
of
that
course,
one that
Jacob.
bounced 58.
Nah,
that's
Peter
true.
Burns on Wareham.
Man,
Still my
not
favorite.
Too bad. He's no Ryan Lecht.
0-2 pitch incoming, and Shaniel takes high and away. Was a likely pitch out
Believe you said that
scenario.
incorrectly. It's Leith.
Leith.
Yeah.
Leith?
Leith.
Leaf.
Ryan Leith. Kind of like Leaf, but
Like
not.
Ryan Leaf? Like the
No. Ryan Leith, who was the former catcher for the Bourne Braves. He has since been cut.
I mean, that's how good he was. We're still
1-2
talking
pitch.
about him.
McConnell goes, and it's golfed into center field. Coming on and making the catch is Rocafort. McConnell all the way back. Has to get in just ahead of the throw. That was a closer play than anticipated. One down.
Yeah, you blink, you might miss that one. That was so close. I mean, McConnell really doing a nice job sliding back head first.
You can hear the Bourne. They
Yeah,
don't
number
like it. The
17
Bourne
on
fans
San
don't
Diego
like it.
State.
You
Rowdy
can see.
crowd.
Yeah, coach comes out of the dugout, makes a gentle wave to let the
Few
umpire
fans.
know his distaste.
Yeah, a few fans standing and yelling
And
at the
they
umpire
might have a
as well.
point, too.
Yeah.
So down goes Shanuel. In comes Poncho. It's Poncho and then Patelli due on deck. Ruiz struck out on 3 pitches. His first time.
Maybe they try to teach you not to do that at kids camp.
First pitch to Poncho, and he hits a high fly ball. Foul territory. Looks to be unplayable. That it is. It's over the fence. Foul count.
That's a tough pitch to hit when a guy starts you off with a breaking ball down at 79 miles an hour, and you really have to just stay on it and try to put it in play.
Yeah, you're almost at that point. If you want to make contact on the first pitch, if you expect to, and you should after going down on 3 pitches, you got to stick your bat out there. That's what Poncho just kind of stuck it out there and got it around.
Man, Poncho Ruiz, we have seen this man hit baseballs a long way during BP. Would really like to see some of that light tower power finally show itself. The 0-1 to Ruiz. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw to second. It is bobbled by the second baseman. Eblin goes into center field. So a stolen base for McConnell. Now the count 0-2 on Poncho.
If you have a bag, the Harbor Hawks will steal it.
That's what I was going to say. I love how aggressive they've been the last couple
And they
of
were
games.
not that aggressive
Right,
to
the
start
first
the year.
5 games this season, you didn't see a ton of it. You saw Riku Nishida being thrown out of the base pass twice, and the Harbor
was it.
Hawks said, okay, let's
Dial it back a little bit, and since then, it's been everybody else.
Well,
and
you added
including
Don
Rico.
Patel, you added Mitch Jebb, and those guys have been stars.
Matulia can swipe.
Philip
McConnell
Matulia.
can swipe. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Now a runner in scoring position for the Hawks. And here's a delivery to Ruiz, and he weakly chops it up the middle. That could be trouble. A sliding play at short. The throw to first, and what a play by Matt Shaw to get the out. The runner advances, but again, this middle infield defense for Bourne has been absurd tonight.
Poncho was
The shortstop, number
hauling
36,
tail
South
down the
Miami,
first baseline,
Dominic
too. Made the
Patel.
play close. Credit to Poncho Ruiz. Dropped the trailer and got down. And you see just a hair, a little bit faster, he could have made it a bit more interesting.
Absolutely.
So now with a runner 90 feet away from tying the game, Dominic Patelli comes in with 2 outs. Righty to lefty, Cunningham 1 out away from working out of danger. First pitch outside, 1-0. Should Patelli reach it, will be Matulia sitting in the on-deck circle.
This is where we typically see a passed ball.
Yeah.
Almost always
Harbor
this
Hawks
season.
get a runner on third, 2 outs, and they've been in this situation. A lot of runners have come home.
Kind of what happens.
Hey, Cunningham has already spiked a few. 1-0. There's a strike in the inside part of the plate on a breaker, 1-1.
And Patelli already reached once via walk tonight. He's seen the ball well out of Cunningham's hand early. Didn't chase any pitches in the first at bat either.
Runner off a third, 1 ball, 1 strike, top of the 5th, 1-0 Bourne. And the 1-1 pitch, low, 2-1. Now, Patelli, most of his contacts go towards right center.
Holy. Cunningham's showing you whatever he's throwing.
Is he tipping his pitches?
Well, look, he's holding the ball in his right
Yes, he
hand.
is.
He's coming
Yes, he
close.
is.
And
He's-
I mean, if you watch,
2-1 pitch, outside 3-1. Okay, I need you to do your inner John Boy impersonation and try and read this.
Well, think about, most of the time you see if a pitcher does that, if a pitcher holds the ball in their right hand and brings it into the glove, you'll see it move. But
Can't
so
tell.
far you could see it looked like a split finger. That's what he goes for. I mean, it's like he's showing off his grip.
Well, now,
Yeah,
do they hear you?
I think Espinal heard the guys in the broadcast booth right behind him. Well, you see the way he's holding his right arm out, and he's holding the baseball with a pitch grip.
good catch, Mr. Toll. Now 3-1 is the count on Patelli, but
Espinal said, hey, man, they're on to us.
I think he changes it up right there when he comes set.
Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's a ball hit on the ground, foul down the right field line.
Thank you for the foul ball call there.
And a lucky one for the Hawks at that, because that could have very easily been the final out of the inning.
I think that's what Burrito's telling the umpire over there. Excuse me, sir. Look pretty fair from here.
The count runs full with Matulia in the on-deck circle. Big spot here for Patelli, top of the 5th. Hawks trail 1-0. And the payoff pitch to Dom, and he wraps it on the ground to short. Fielded by Shaw. The long throw in time, not by much. And the McConnell single goes for naught. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after 4.5 innings of play. Still 1-0 Braves.
I'm broadcaster Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day.
Bottom of the 5th inning, another low-scoring game here at Doran Park. 1-0 Bourne.
We are proud to be serving
as Austin Amaral comes out for what could be his 5th inning of work.
Looks like Jackson Baumeister.
Once again, Amaral is wearing Baumeister's jersey.
Amaral comes over to the broadcast booth before the game and says, hey, guys, I'm wearing a different number tonight. And I said, what? And he said, I forgot my jersey. He said, I'm wearing Baumeister's number. And I said, Austin, what is Baumeister's number? And he said, oh, I don't know. He had no idea what number jersey he'd be wearing tonight until he put it on.
Well, 8, 9, and 1 are in against an Espinal. Hits a weak grounder to short. Patelli makes it look just about elementary. Throws it over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out.
You're seeing another solid outing from Amaral, and at this point, just forget your jersey every game. We should see every guy go out and do that. The guys who have forgotten their jerseys this season have just thrown gems.
I mean, look, Amaral.
Third time or second?
Second time.
I think it's probably happened 3 times. We just don't know about.
Oh, it happened.
It was another one.
It was an opposing team. It was an opposing team.
Okay.
It was not. It was
Ben Hampton.
Yes, it was Hampton with Chatham over the weekend. That brings up Dakota Harris, like you mentioned, a bunt threat. Hits it on the ground again to third. So now Mitch Jebb will fire in time. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Could we see Amaral trot back out now for the top of the 6th if he keeps this up?
Well, you got to get through Matt Shaw first, who likely saved a run as well.
Yeah, his pitch count's at 62, and I mean 60. Usually for a lot of these guys, 60 will be a cutoff. 75 is probably your next. If they go past 75, well, you might as well leave them out there until 110.
Well, they sent him out there at 60, so you got to think 75 is probably.
Let's talk ball-strike ratio here. 45 strikes, 18 balls.
Yeah, that wasn't. He started the game with a walk tonight. First batter he faced.
And that batter is Matt Shaw, who takes first pitch outside 1-0.
I assume that walk Shaw came taking all the way on that one.
That walk came across to score the only run of the game thus far in a sac fly. And funny enough, last Saturday at Bourne, the only run of the game till the 8th inning was also a sac fly. A 1-0, foul tipped into the mitt of Poncho, and the count 1-1, man.
They just don't do a lot of runs here at Bourne.
No.
Nobody does.
Austin Amaral is just absolutely shoving right now. 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Amaral deals, and it's taken low and away. 2-1.
Tonight for Matt Shaw, you've seen him go 1 for 1. Has scored that run, had a walk as well. On the season batting, a measly 444.
That might not be very good. 2-1 pitch, and it's taken up high. 3-1. So I think, and this is just a general observation, that Shaw and Amaral might be pitching around Shaw just a little bit. But that's just, maybe it's just.
Yeah, you get past him, you go to Eblin. 3-1.
He doesn't pitch around him there. It's weakly chopped foul. Okay, 3-2, 2 outs to bottom of the 5th. Still not much action in the arm barn for the Hawks.
There is a right-hander warming.
Okay.
It's Ethan Hammerberg.
Now that I see it, yes, Hammerberg is warming. He was blocked by the first base umpire, but yes, Hammerberg is throwing. Payoff pitch to 3-2, and it's a high fly ball to right. Matulia drifting back under it, shades his face, makes the catch to retire the side. So 5 strong innings of work by Austin Amaral, by far and away his best appearance of the season. 3 up, 3 down here at the bottom of the 5th. Let's go to the 6th. It's still 1-0 Bourne.
I'm sideline reporter Bria Losick, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Cape Cod 5-Cent Saving Bank. Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services, and Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
As we come back here in the top of the 6th inning, it is still Cunningham out for what would be his 6th inning of work.
We got to mention, Bourne. Eric Beatty just walked by, and you've seen, we talk about it every game, the way this dugout responds to literally anything. They're always up. They're always yelling at something. And you heard that quote from Tom Holliday that made major waves in the last 48 hours, where Holliday ripped the field at Hyannis and was also in the middle of that talking about how Eric Beatty and this dugout have just a different vibe about them. He dropped that in there. Did you hear that?
That's what I heard. The part that I focused on was when he said the energy in that dugout is different
if
from
you
what
look
it was
at
in years
what
past.
he was talking about, he was complimenting Eric Beatty, the dugout, and how these guys have responded, saying this team's not a pushover. And with a 1-0 deficit here and your bats can't get going, you just know that dugout's on the very top of things, and they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, and a pinch hitter here to start off.
It's a juice rabbit. So here comes Pepe, and Rocco had the RBI triple, maybe, kind of, sort of, takes a first pitch called strike 1. But Pepe coming into that at-bat was 0 for his last, 23, 24?
Something like that, yes.
0-1, takes low 1-1. Pepe, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. That was a big hit, really big hit.
Oh, he loses the game if he doesn't get that hit.
1-1 pitch. Now Cunningham deals, and Rocco takes outside corner. Called a strike count, 2-1. 1-0 Bourne, top of the 6th. And, I've talked to people around the league that have been here on the Cape or in Wareham longer than I have as the 1-2 pitch. Pepe swings and misses through the high fastball, 1 down. And the vibe here is certainly different. I mean, Austin, you were here for 8 and 28 last year.
That is true.
You understand. You've seen firsthand what last year was like. This is even as an outsider, someone that has just come in here for the first time and knows nothing about last year's team other than their record.
Yeah, well, nothing as Mitch Jeb steps to the plate. Nothing against the team last year at all. They're a great group of guys. They just didn't mesh as well as this year's team does. You have, I think, part of the strategy, a couple guys from each college, that know each other that aren't me guys, and it's really come together well.
Jeb fouls it away, count 1-1. But you know what really stuck out, and we've had this discussion on the air before. You have summer league ball clubs that come in. The guys are just there to pump their stats and, make themselves look good and draftable. This team came here and wanted to win as Jeb, a high pop down the left field line, right on the line. Who's going to get it? It is caught out by the shortstop Shaw, 1 down. But just to finish what I was saying, look, we got here day 1. That's a second out of the inning, pardon
Left fielder
me.
number 34 out of Michigan.
We
Tito
did get here day one.
Flores.
Day one, and you could just tell the guys were laughing, they were smiling, they were joking around. And this is a team that night in, night out is here to compete, here to win, and they got each other's backs. And that is very, very hard to do, especially if you're a first-year coach like Eric Beatty, who has immediately built this culture out of the gate. So Tito Flores, who is 0 for 2 on the night, of course, one swing ties this game up, and he hits it on the ground to short. Shaw fields, collects, fires in time. 1-2-3 again for Cunningham, who has absolutely silenced the Harbor Hawk bats here in the first 6 innings of play. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0 Bourne on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'm Zach Berman, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Mosquito Mary's. The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Mary's, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to mosquitomarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29. We would also like to thank 99 Restaurants. The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk. Well, a fast-moving game has entered the bottom of the 6th, and it's become a pitching duel of sorts. Austin Amaral still out there. And
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that much. Amaral has been pretty lights out since that first walk to open the game. And in this one, Amaral has allowed just 3 hits, all of them singles, 2 of them infield, weak infield singles. He's only thrown 69 pitches right now. Has now on the year a 1.8 ERA.
The problem is that you're
point
sitting
streak
here
tells me that.
and you're focusing, man, the Harbor Hawks have been silenced. They only have 9 outs to work with now to tie this game.
Yeah, and it's 7:23, by the way.
Stop it. Yes, please. Stop.
Shades of opening night in Wareham, maybe? First pitch fouled away by Eblin. Count
You
0-1.
guys are just going all in on jinxing this one, aren't you?
Oh, well, there's a hot tub after the
2 a.m.
game, and so we're all having a big broadcast party.
Nope.
Well, he's got to go back to Bismarck.
He's in St. Louis tonight.
I am. Made the drive.
0-1 to Eblin, and Amaral deals, and it's hit on the ground to third. Jeb scoops, fields, fires in time. What a play by
Pretty
Mitch Jeb.
play by Mitch Jeb there. Really solid stuff, and you see Amaral's stuff is still working. Fairly weak round out, and Hammerberg warming up in the pin, but at 70 pitches now, 71 pitches for Austin Amaral. I mean, if he gets 2 more outs quick here, you could see him go a full 7 innings, which is the longest we've seen a pitcher go. A full 6 innings, which is the longest we've seen a pitcher go this season.
So now the batter is Chris Brito, is the only RBI of the game, and the first pitch taken low for ball 1. I have received word that back home at the crib, my brother has had a pot of New England clam chowder sitting on
nice.
the stove all day. Homemade, completely from scratch.
Aw.
I shall review it when I get home.
Oh, good. Please post to YouTube.
Breaking ball called strike 1.
Yeah. Usually, Austin, you should come.
Thanks.
The 1-1 pitch to Brito, and it's ripped foul down the right field side. Count 1-2. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. New England clam chowder is a weakness of mine. It always has been. It always will be, and you can never get it
Not
anywhere
that
better
Maryland
than
clam chowder. That's like Mid-Atlantic clam chowder.
Northeast Corridor clam.
Maryland's crab, excuse me, the 1-2. It's hit on the ground to short. Another ground ball, Patelli. How about Austin Amaral tonight, man?
Have a day, guy.
It's just weak contact after weak contact. I know the strikeout numbers don't jump off the page, just 3 so far for Amaral, but just 3 hits. And you look at all the pop-ups he's generated tonight, the ground-outs to his infield. And, of course, you got to give credit to this Harbor Hawk defense for making all the plays without really any hesitation or any hiccups in the field.
Yeah.
So now Jack Duffy, formerly of Mo State, soon to be University of Houston, takes a first pitch fastball outside 1-0. Duffy, one of the best hitters on Cape Cod, 357, 15 for 42. His stat line tonight, ground out to second as he takes a fastball outside 2-0. 5 hits combined so far for these two squads in a game that is very eerily mimicking the first game that we saw these two teams play on Saturday. As that's popped up behind the plate, Poncho under it near the line, and there is a collision.
No.
Let's see what they call here.
Mitch Jebb ran into the bad boy. The bad boy didn't get out of the way. And so the bad boy was sitting down, didn't move past the net. Jebb possibly could have made the play and just mowed over one of the bad boys. Everybody's okay there, but I think Jebb could possibly get to that ball. You saw him kind of throw his arms up after the play.
There's just unfortunately nowhere for the bad boys to
right,
go.
And they instruct them to sit there.
Right.
They instruct them not to move.
That's also a really tough play because the ball was hit directly behind the net.
Yeah, they're protected by a giant screen that they use for batting practice. They put it first and third base to get you kind of an idea.
Yeah, and Beatty's over here talking to the home plate umpire, trying to get it all figured out. It's a tough place to make a play. Everybody is okay. Both the bad boys are perfectly fine. Mitch Jebb is, too. You can see him laughing over there at third base. But an awkward play, and Beatty's asking the home plate umpire if they can't have the bad boys. There was a player standing over there behind the net, too. So
I can't
tell.
tell.
So the player behind the net shouldn't be there. He has to be in the dugout.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
in
the player
hole.
behind
So
the net
that
is 13 Hensler, who should be in the dugout.
There was a
hole.
player, maybe two. There's a player on the chair over there as well, and neither of those guys got out of the way. I mean, Jebb ran into about 4 people trying to make a catch on a foul ball, and it's in territory where you should be able to catch it. So Beatty's got a point here. If that player for Bourne is who Mitch Jebb ran into, and here come the Bourne.
So now Ed McAvan is going
happy.
to discuss it with the rest of his crew, and honestly,
it
would not surprise me if this is called out.
Well, that would surprise me a little bit because we see the other coaches on other teams sit right behind those screens, too. We saw it for the doubleheader on Sunday where Tom Holliday and his staff actually all sit outside the dugout right behind the screen on chairs. We've seen it in a few games,
Okay, now they're going to say it's a foul ball, so anywho, now a 2-1 count.
It's just not something you're really going to see overturned, especially here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, and really, especially here where there's no dugout entrance that you can get out of quick enough. They just kind of are pinned in that area, but gladly everyone's okay.
Pitch swung on and missed by Duffy, so Amaral, after all of that, decides to retaliate with a beautiful low breaking ball that Duffy had no chance on, and now Amaral one strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Amaral sets and deals, delivers, swung on and missed. Have yourself a night, Austin Amaral. 6 innings of 1-run baseball, and he has put his team in a position to take the lead late, but the Hawks bats are going to have to wake up and do just that. Let's go to the 7th. 1-0 Bourne on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Explore undergraduate programs.
I'm Drake Toll. This is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the CCBL and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape. Fairway Financial. Fairway Financial is a proud national sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you want to hit a home run with your retirement income plan, visit fairwayfinancial.net and ask for owner and host family sponsor Steve Anzuoni, Cape Cod's retirement income specialist. That's fairwayfinancial.net. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Well, it's now the top of the 7th inning, and wouldn't you know, Bryce Cunningham's still humming along.
Yeah, he could go a total of 7 innings, and do want to put out a public thank you to Zach and a shout out to your family as well for hosting a bunch of us interns this week. Glad to have them in town and get to meet them. You know, broadcasters matter too, and so great to be alongside you guys for 44 games.
Well, hold on a second.
44 long games this season, and have your family in town this week.
44,
shout out to them.
including
Hopefully
the playoffs,
they're listening tonight. And
they are over in left field, and you know what else I
great.
really, really appreciate? Pitching changes, because that is not Bryce Cunningham.
We got
no, it's not, is
so
it?
Cunningham's night.
Cunningham started throwing lefty here.
Yeah.
Will Sandy.
Cunningham's night is dunzo. But
Left-hander
what a night it
from North
was.
Carolina, Will Sandy. No innings pitched on the year, so it appears as long as Point Streak is not lying to us here. This is his
Well,
Cape
yeah,
Cod debut.
no inning pitched on the year would mean it's his debut.
Well, if Point Streak's telling the
Well,
truth.
let's look at
Has he hit
Sandy's
yet?
stats
Maybe he's
from
a two-way.
Or a guy who's sparring somebody's jersey because he forgot it. You never know.
Bingo.
Let's look at
Could be a
Sandy's
New
stats
Jersey.
from Carolina. Sandy, a 2.59
North Carolina
ERA, yes.
or East Carolina?
North Carolina. Pitched 24.1 innings of work.
How many strikeouts?
Oh boy, that would be 14 strikeouts to 18 walks. So he's walked more than he struck
Hold
out.
on, that can't be right. In 24 innings?
Yes,
14 strikeouts to 18 walks.
correct.
Oh, okay.
Getting off the seventh for Hyannis,
Huh.
the designated hitter.
With an
number 13
ERA of
out Illinois,
2.59
Justin
total.
That's
Hyannis.
peculiar. Also, I tried to pull up a replay of the Mitch Jeb gate, foul ball gate at third base.
Did you just
Turns
call it
out there's
Mitch Jeb
no
gate?
there's no replay for Falmouth, but they have asked
Falmouth.
for
Oh.
Bourne, but they have asked the question in their broadcast tonight: more doors or more wheels? They're having the same conversations we are
Well,
because
meanwhile,
some lady commented on there. I'm going with doors. So I could-
Hyannis takes the first pitch, called ball one low. It was actually spiked there from the pitcher Sandy.
Yeah, in Sandy's collegiate career and summer league career, he has thrown 120.1 combined innings, just 83 punch-outs.
Pitch hit on the ground to second base. Another soft contact. Eblin, not too difficult there. Fields and fires in time. Already only 8 outs to work with for the Hawks, who have gone down pretty quietly thus far. Only 2
Second
hits for
baseman, number
Hyannis,
19
both
out of
singles.
Tennessee, Christian Moore.
Well, here's a guy that can, if their Hawks are lucky, can tie the game on one swing of the bat. You know what else is pretty lucky? That would be the Massachusetts State Lottery, as they're proud sponsors of the Cape Cod
well,
Baseball
you are
League.
lucky if you win it. I guess that's what you're trying to.
First pitch taken low, ball one by Moore, who has struck
I don't know
out
if
both ways, looking and swinging.
Lottery itself is lucky, but yeah.
Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we all love playing, from the diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more. As that one's taken low, the count 2-0.
Will Sandy.
Here comes the 2-0 from Sandy to Christian Moore, and he swings, fouls it right off of. Looked like it hit the catcher Espinal.
I don't know why catchers do that. A lot of them, even in the pros, they don't protect that right hand behind them. They just leave it out to the side, and it comes back to hit him on the hand on that one.
Zach, this is Will Sandy's second year of playing Summer League Baseball.
Last year with Holly Springs, the
Where'd
Coastal
you
Plain.
find that out, huh?
Holly Springs what? What's their mascot?
I don't know.
They're the Salamanders.
No peeking.
2-1 pitch is grounded up the middle, right at Shaw, who almost bobbles it, now throws to first in time. What a play. Again, Matt Shaw has been a vacuum cleaner at short tonight.
Well, Shaw took about a year and a half to get that ball out of his glove. Took him forever.
Center fielder
Just
number
made
32
the throw
out
in
of
time.
Louisiana Tech, Cole
Close
McConnell.
play, and now you get Cole McConnell. Here's the cool part about this game. Could change with one swing of the bat.
It really could, and the Hawks are not swinging for the fences as much as they're just trying to, string hits together.
But if they tried swinging for the fences.
that doesn't particularly work. So you wonder, when you're only
But
down
if they
one.
try.
You don't know until you
It-
try.
I know
It
you-
works for the Yankees.
Yeah, but the Yankees aren't just picking up wood bats for the
That's
first
true.
time in
They're
their
also
lives.
batting 193 for Joey Gallo.
So now Sandy up against McConnell. First pitch to Cole is taken inside 1-0. McConnell, one of the 2 hits on the night and a long fly out in his first plate appearance. Sandy has been behind in all 3 counts he's been part of thus far, but he's worked back to get ground balls the first 2 at bats of first pitch, and that's rocketed to center field, but right at Rocafort. And an inning that begins and ends with not much of anything at all, except for 3 up, 3 down for Will Sandy, and it's time to stretch here at Dorn Park. 1-0 Bourne as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
I'm broadcaster Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day.
Well, it's now the bottom of the 7th inning, and Austin Amaril's night is done, as it is now Ethan Hammerberg's turn to.
Hammerberg, the pride of Michigan.
That would be Ohio State.
Oh.
Close enough.
Where's Saltalamacchia tonight? I haven't seen him.
I've not seen.
Of course, Jared is an
Attention, please.
assistant
New
coach
pitcher
for the Bourne
Hyannis,
Braves.
Number 31 out of Ohio State, Ethan.
I have not seen
Hammerberg.
him. He was in the compression pants on Saturday. But let's see what Hammerberg can dial up. He's been pretty good as well, an ERA of 2.25 in 4 appearances. Only gave up 1 run in that roller coaster of a baseball game to Brewster.
We did see him in the doubleheaders on
For 1 out.
Sunday. Yes, that was the 1 out. He came in, big spot, got the batter out, and he's really been putting it together well as now he gets his warm-up pitches in, and expect him to work a full inning here, maybe 2, depends what Coach Beatty has planned today for the bullpen.
Interestingly enough,
Armbar.
Also very similar to Amaral in the sense that he just generates a lot of contacts. Only 3 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. Your final line on Austin Amaral, and what a line it was. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run of the earned variety, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He was simply phenomenal.
Phenomenal he was.
Bourne, the third baseman, number 16.
And
out of Pepperdine,
honestly
John
phenomenal.
Peck.
I would say phenomenal, a good word to describe it. Also methodical. Never really seemed to be in much danger after that first inning.
Melodic as well. Had a certain flow to it.
So Hammerberg will come in and have to face Peck, Hensler, and Rocafort, who made the last out at the top of the 7th inning. Let's see what the big arm out of Ohio State can deliver. First pitch is a breaking ball called a strike. Count now 0-1 on John Peck, who does have one of the 3 hits tonight for Bourne.
John Peck is the guy that does the YouTube videos and vlogs, same name?
0-1, bounce foul count 0-2.
Vine, yeah,
John
Vine
Green.
too. That's Josh Peck, sorry.
Josh Peck is from Drake and Josh.
Oh, I'm thinking
that's
of
my
John
name.
Green, the guy from that
Fault in Our Stars?
No.
No,
John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars.
No, not him.
the
science
history
guy.
stuff.
There's another John Green?
That's Bill.
Here's the 0-2. It's a breaking. Oh, you see the curve on that? Well, you can't because we're on the radio, and the count now 1-2. But
Well,
that ball broke
Into
hard.
the zone,
Yeah.
which we could see, but someone else in the ballpark could not.
Counts now 1-2. Hammerberg deals, and it's lined to short, but right at Dom Patelli. And the count now, or excuse me, that's the first out of the inning. So despite not getting the call on the 0-2 pitch, you know who does get calls all the time? That'd be T-Mobile, who's proud to sponsor.
Why would we be calling T-Mobile? Why would they get calls?
Well, they get calls all the time. They're T-Mobile.
Thanking them for their service?
They are proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. They are committed to serving those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Now the count 1-0 on Wyatt Hensler, who is 0 for 2. 1 out. Hensler takes a breaking ball that barely missed inside. That curveball seems to have a little bit extra mustard on it from Hammerberg tonight then.
Yeah. I'll say, Zach Berman, your segues are sometimes 10 out of 10 and other times the most entertaining part of my night.
Some may
2-0
say
pitch.
you are the Joey Gallo of segues, as you either hit a home run or
You strike
unfortunately
out.
go down swinging.
On 3 pitches. It's likely
No in
typically
between either. No
in
extra
between.
base hits in there.
But when they're on, they are gems, I must say.
Well, Austin Amaral was certainly on, and now a 2-1 count from Ethan Hammerberg to Wyatt Hensler. Hammerberg sets and deals a 2-1 pitch, and that's a high fly ball to right. Drifting back is Pepe. He's under it. It's still going back, and Rocco Pepe makes the catch, backpedaling. Pepe didn't seem to get a good read on it initially, but almost a little bit of a late scare there, but nonetheless a long, loud out number 2.
We saw it with Matulia as well when he was out there to start
Center
the game.
fielder,
The
number 6,
outfielders are
South Louisiana
seemingly
Lafayette.
having a tough time
Carson
seeing the ball in
Rutherford.
right field specifically. I don't know if it's where the sun has been setting to or if it's now the lights being turned on, but there's definitely a little bit of trouble tracking the ball off the bat out in right field
And
today.
those are both theories.
Forgot to mention Rocco Pepe is now in right field for Philip Matulius. And now Carson Rocafort, the last chance here in the 7th, takes a first pitch. Low ball 1-0 Bourne our score. 1-0 Hammerberg looking to continue what Amaral started. The 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled straight back 1-1.
Just 5 hits between these two teams to this point.
And it doesn't feel like a lot of strikeouts
No.
either. So it's just been soft contact after soft contact. Cunningham struck out 5. Sandy hasn't struck out anybody. Amaral struck out 4. Here's the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. And that missed somewhere,
Yeah.
apparently. Count now 2-1
Don't know where.
I think it landed in the glove
of Pancho Ruiz.
Where it was in the glove was a ball, but where it crossed the plate, you get that in that's a conversation probably for a different time.
2-1 pitch taken low. Again, 3-1. Pancho is framing harder than anybody I've ever seen frame before.
Ever.
You know who frames pretty hard are the guys who frame jerseys. Like the
What?
the autographed jerseys.
The 3-1 pitch, and
You
it's
mean
low for
framers?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he's
ball 4, so
up there with them.
Hold on.
Rocafort, a 2-out walk has worked. Austin, continue on with what you were
Pancho
saying.
Ruiz, and then
Well, you said
people
he's
who frame
well,
for a
number
living.
31.
I mean, yeah, he said he's
Vanderbilt,
framing
Allen,
harder than anyone
Espinal.
ever before. He didn't
Ever.
say any catcher
That's
before.
true.
So, I mean, not anyone. The guys who do it for a professional
People
job,
that do
maybe.
windows are framers, I believe.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
So,
No,
just
so
wanted to give some
you're not
love to
going window
those who
guys,
are
you're going
blue-collar
jersey
workers.
framers.
So that brings up Alan Espinal 0 for 2, and he checks his swing, fouls it off over the bullpen, or the dugout, should I say, of Hyannis. Count 0-1. We do have our first final score of the night.
You ever framed
And-
anything, Austin?
Yeah, my serve safe certificate.
Well, let me tell you, Katuitt can frame another win as they beat a good Orleans team 3-2 tonight. Every other game still in play. The 0-1.
Framed my CDL.
Congratulations.
And now Hammerberg has to take a step off. It's 1-0 here in Bourne in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Harbor Hawks, do they have another late rally in them? We've seen a couple in the last few days. 0-1 pitch, that get in. That's called a strike.
I'm glad he did call it a strike because it was right over the plate. But oftentimes when catchers drop the ball,
Yeah.
you don't get that call sometimes. It's,
No, you
it's
don't.
an umpire quirk, I think, maybe. And luckily, you get the call there.
Runner off of first is Rocafort, who reached on the 2-out walk, and Hammerberg sets and deals righty to righty. The 0-2 runner goes, and the pitch gets over Ruiz. Going to second is Rocafort. He would have been there anyway.
Nothing Pancho can do about that one. It hit just in front of the plate, spiked about 10 feet in the air, hit the backstop.
Well, that's a huge extra 90 feet for Rocafort, because now a hit likely makes it 2-0, and the Hawks, who have struggled mightily at the plate tonight and really just in Bourne this season in general. Here comes the 1-2 to Alan Espinal, the number 8 hitting catcher. 0-1-2. Swing and a miss. So Hammerberg comes in, does his job, gets a scoreless bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Do the Harbor Hawks have another late inning rally left in them? They'll have 6 outs to get the job done. They trail 1-0.
I'm broadcaster Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day. All right, keep me up here.
The Harbor Hawks are going to have 6 outs to try and push a run across. Of course, no extra innings, only ties. So If they want to win tonight, they're going to have to score at least 2, and so far they have scored precisely 0.
Yeah, they got to do something, and they got to get past Will Sandy. One of the more peculiar names that we've heard this season. Kind of sounds like a caveman whose friend Will just got back from the beach.
Will Sandy.
Zach Berman landed that right home.
I don't get how your mind works half the time, Trey.
Yeah. Well, you see, you hear Will Sandy, and Sandy's an adjective, so.
Nolan Shanuel.
Will Sandy. If Sandy's the adjective and Will's the person, you're just missing a little bit of a connector there. It's a caveman. All right. There's a baseball game going on, Austin.
Well, with a baseball game going on, let's see if Nolan Shanuel can club one out of here. The first pitch to Sandy, or from Sandy, up and in, called ball 1. Sandy has been behind each of the 4 batters he has faced, and the Harbor Hawks have gotten precisely nothing out of him.
Precisely. 0.
1-0 to Shanuel. He takes low 2-0, and I mean, I would do a lot for a Klondike bar. I'd do more for a rally, I got to tell you.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a bingo for somebody, yeah.
2-0 to Shanuel. He takes low 3-0, so Shanuel in the driver's seat of this at-bat, and should he get on, looks like it will be Jacob Campbell in the on-deck circle.
If you put a question mark at the end of his name, it's kind of a full sentence.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Will Sandy?
3-0 is called a strike down the middle. The count 3-1.
Yeah, it's a red light all the way there on 3-0.
Oh, thanks, Austin.
You're welcome.
Good call after the pitch.
3 balls in a strike, and the delivery from Sandy is hit a long way down the right field line into the corner, and that ball is foul.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Unless you asked Riku Nishida. Riku Nishida was all over that one. I think everybody else had kind of come to the terms that Riku was willing his best to let the umpires call it fair.
So we don't have the best vantage point down the right field line. Let's just be completely honest.
Yeah, it hit the fence, but just at the base of the fence to the right of the foul line, or fair line if you prefer. But
so I was looking for the first base umpire's reaction, and I saw him stick his hands up, and we go back.
Foul, yeah.
We go back to the batter's box. Full count now. The 3-2 to Shanuel. Sandy deals, and it's blooped off the end of the bat. Could be a tough play in no man's land, and it is dropped by Shaw, who almost made a ridiculous catch.
That's got to be a hit. Got to be a hit. It goes in no man's land. Shaw dives in the glove, and he just throws that out when he hits the ground. And they will score to hit, as it should be. Shaw almost made the best play that we've seen this season. Eblin has the other one.
I was ready to call that one of the best catches I've seen on Cape all summer.
That would have been wild.
And he very nearly made it. So, I mean, look, you have to tip your cap.
Diving into center field, diving behind him to almost make that play. Really impressive effort there.
So Jacob Campbell will now be pinch hitting for Pancho Ruiz. You can only assume that Campbell will be behind the dish for the bottom of the 8th. And, hey, you say Campbell is a beacon of consistency. 250 on the season, no home runs, 1 RBI. Does have 2 extra base hits to his name, and he is exactly who you want up in the spot right now.
Also has a nickname that only you call him.
So let's see if Soup.
There it is.
Oh, you get to use it today.
It'll catch on. I like it.
Can get something done. And, you know, I got it because a former now because he's hitting free agency, Maple Leafs goalie this past season, Jack Campbell, was nicknamed Soup.
Is that right?
So whenever he would make a save, the entire arena would go Soup, and
they would go what?
Soup. They just yell Soup.
Double bingo.
First pitch to Campbell, and he takes outside ball 1. It's a good nickname. It makes sense. Campbell's like Soup.
I just like the way that you yelled it there.
So 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Shanuel on first.
Yeah, after a really clean inning from Sandy, he comes back here, was behind 3-0 to Shanuel, behind 1-0 to Campbell.
He's been behind in all 5 of his at-bats, and Campbell a high fly ball, center field, drifting back Rocafort. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Shanuel there, just to give a mini heart attack, sprinted back to the bag last second, tagged it, and stepped off about 7 feet. And just slowly walk backwards.
So that brings up Dom Patelli. Philip Matulia out of the game, so it is Rocco Pepe in the on-deck circle.
We saw him hit once so far Today, unfortunately, he struck out, but the guy at the dishes got on once, so let's see if he can do that again.
Patelli has shown good plate discipline. You have to say he's really, really good at, judging balls and strikes in the batter's box. He's already got a walk on his ledger tonight. First pitch to Dom, and he hits it on the ground and through the wickets of the first baseman Brito into right field. Shanuel will go to third without a throw, and what could have been an inning-ending double play now results in first and third, one out.
Well, sometimes you just need the ball to bounce your way, and after putting the ball in play, almost every batter tonight, finally the Harbor Hawks get a break. They've only struck out 5 times, and you're well into the 8th inning. But, man, that's a good situation now. You got to get this run home.
And now there's going to be a meeting on the mound. We were just talking about goalies. That went right 5-hole on Chris Brito.
Who was it at first base for the Red Sox who let that ball pass right through his legs?
Bill Buckner.
Bill Buckner. That was a Bill Buckner play.
Yes,
that was. I mean, that's one of the more egregious errors we've seen because
that was a softly
feels like
hit
such
ball.
a simple play, and it really is. But it's one of the most overthought in the game of baseball. It's the slow roller.
Well, I think Brito was thinking immediately, okay, I'm going to go to second. Shanuel's not the fastest guy on the team. So likely
he
because
just comes up without the baseball.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Patelli's fast enough, he would have beaten that out, most likely.
The mind moves kind of faster than the body there, and I think he's thinking 2-2-2, and he comes up on it too soon as he tries to rush himself. But fortunately for the Harbor Hawks, now you have first and third, 1 out, and you really could have a big chance here to tie this game.
So the Juice Rabbit.
Yeah, I don't think Pepe bunts here. I don't think that's in the cards for Rocco Pepe, but the guy has been in a bit of a cold streak. This is a great spot.
He does hit lefties well.
Warm things
First
up.
pitch to Pepe. He does bunt, and coming home is the tying run, Shanuel. Everybody said, no, they're going to rule a foul.
No, they're not.
They're
no, they're not.
They're going to rule a foul? No, they're not. No, they are not.
Fair ball.
That's
Yeah.
That is a.
Yeah, they've ruled it fair.
They did not call it foul.
They did not call that foul.
But Pepe will be saved at first.
Excuse
Patelli
me,
saved at second.
The game is tied.
First and second. I mean, what a bunt
A
by Rocco
bunt
Pepe.
single by the Juice Rabbit.
Oh, what
Not
a
something you see every
well,
day.
It was a solid bunt. What made it so successful is the fact that it stayed fair by about 3 inches, meaning Brito didn't have a play, meaning Sandy didn't have a play, and now 2 are on.
So
and
2 are on
tied.
for Mitch Jebb, who has been
This team doesn't
lights
quit.
out. They don't quit. It is a tie game. First pitch to Jebb in the dirt, 1-0. And now you have Juice Rabbit off of first and off of second. Patelli, both those guys can run.
Zach Berman, you are the Joe Tessitore of Hyannis Harbor Hawk baseball.
I know that's both a good thing and a bad thing, depending on who you ask.
It's a good thing.
Well, Joe Tessitore has called plenty of crazy games.
Exactly. You have gotten all the wild ones.
And both runners go. The throw to second is going to be late, and it is a double steal for Dominic Patelli and Rocco Juice Rabbit Pepe.
Patelli was about 30 feet off the bag
gosh.
when Sandy came down with a baseball. Like, Sandy never checked on Patelli, nobody to hold him there. He would have been safe at third no matter what. By the time the throw was going to come down, the only possible play was to get Pepe at second base. That's how well Patelli played.
And I love the aggressiveness of Coach Beatty. He's now comfortable coaching in this league. He's just sending runners in these situations where the first week of the year you weren't, but man, they are climbing up the stolen base ranks this season.
So now a fly ball gives him the lead. Jebb, a weak ground ball, and it's botched at second base by Eplin, and everybody's safe again. The Hawks have the lead.
I think Patelli would have scored anyway at home. It was such a slow hit ball. And now
Jebb's going to second. There's no throw.
They're going to
now they're going to say he goes back.
They're going to send him back. The umpires,
home plate umpire, had time.
Little League-esque, had called time. Yeah, Beatty's
and you
making
can hear
the case.
Coach Beatty saying nobody has time, but the Hawks did in fact have time for an 8th inning comeback. They have taken the lead 2-1. Yes, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, Beatty's saying nobody had called time and that Mitch Jebb should be able to collect second
Jebb
base.
is going to get a hit.
They're going to give him a hit.
They're going to give Jebb a hit.
Hit that ball right at Eblin. But it was a soft grounder.
Right.
Hit toward Eblin, who was playing up.
He hit it so slow that I think, honestly, Patelli was going to be safe at home anyway.
Probably.
Yes,
but
I think
Jebb
he was too.
may have been out at first.
Yes.
Now, I think Jebb's taking second base here. I think he's going to try to steal
Well, it wouldn't
second.
surprise
yeah,
me. Now, Tito Flores is in a spot where he can blow this game open.
If Jebb takes second, I can only imagine Pepe easily takes home.
Tito 0 for 3 on the night as a runner on third, Pepe. Now, Flores shows punt, and they throw back to first. That was a dangerous throw because Brito was off the bag, and it very nearly got behind him.
Brito was on the
run.
grass playing bunt. He had charged in, so he was trying to retreat, and then where the throw hit him was about 10 feet in front of the bag, I'd say.
Well, this game's surely woken up, has it?
Wow.
Big spot for Tito here. I mean, he's got to think there's going to be some action on here with Jeb at first. First and third or one out. You'd like to see him try to steal second.
There is someone standing in the Bourne bullpen, and now they got the runner Jeb in a pickoff, and coming home, they don't even see him. Patelli scores. They didn't see him. Getting to second safe is Jeb, and Bourne can't believe it.
The Bourne head coach is now on the field screaming at the first base umpire. He wants something done. The run's going to come home. Now the umpire's going to meet.
I thought they called a balk.
Did they call a balk? That's what it looked like.
Let's let them meet. But for now, Jeb is standing on second, and Pepe just waltzed home.
No throw at all.
I mean, how about Rocco Pepe, the heads-up play, to even realize what was happening to go home?
Jeb's at second, and they threw the ball to Eblin, who tagged Jeb out, and then Pepe walks home, and Eblin never even looked up to throw the ball home. Now, almost while the play is happening, Bourne's manager comes out onto the field upset about something. We can only imagine. It sounded like he had asked for a balk to be called. He wants a balk called on his own pitcher.
That way the run has to stay. He has to stay at third.
I mean, Scott Landers is out on the field right now. Now he is still out on the field.
So they're going to score Rocco. Well, they're going to bring Rocco Pepe back.
Now they're going to bring Rocco Pepe back after all of that.
Coach Beatty's upset,
Somebody
obviously.
called time. I don't really understand what is the call here.
I'm telling you.
For Jeb to be
none of this. So now everything goes back.
But what would constitute completely reversing a play where the runner, Jeb, at first base decided to steal second while Sandy had come set?
The only thing I can think
scratch the run.
He has the liberty to do whatever he wants as the base runner.
So on
Point Streak has it at 3-1. They're going to wipe it back to 2-1.
Point Streak has it as a balk, but clearly that's not the call.
Because
I think
if
what
it was
happened
a balk,
was
the runner would be home.
It's just a dead ball. So
what
for
in the world?
The cause of they've called it a dead ball.
Did he call time or what?
Nothing happened.
Okay, so we continue.
Well, runners on
the corners. Now it is 2-1, not 3-1.
So they reverse it. They send Pepe to third, Jeb back to first. Interesting play.
Lefty to righty. Now they're going to check back off a Jeb. And now you wonder, do you still aggressively try and take second if you're Eric Beatty? Do you?
Well, the squeeze is there, too.
Squeeze is absolutely there. This is a small ball rally if I have ever seen
We'll
one.
see if we can get a clarification on the call there, because I've never seen a play where they just say, nope, that's going to go back to where it belongs.
Without anything showing up on the scoreboard.
Lefty righty. And now a check back off of first. And, man, let me tell you, the job that these Harbor Hawks have done on the base path, not just tonight, all season.
Well, I hope Will Sandy doesn't have to throw another pitch. They have a lot of action over here in the bullpen. You can see he's rattled. He's thrown back over to Mitch Jeb at first base, who's about 2 steps off.
Well, you got to be careful,
Will Sandy is very uncomfortable. His first appearance on the Cape,
Here's the pitch to Tito Flores, takes high 1-1, and you got to be careful. Tito has already had a knack for the dramatic, and, I mean, he's already hit one big late game home run this season.
Watch it here. Watch it there, Zach. Put it in reverse.
If anything is over the middle of the plate, Tito's going to swing for
Back
the
it up,
fences.
Terry.
Still looking off of first, and now here comes the 1-1, and Tito, well, he did swing for the fences. He caught nothing but air. They count 1 and 2.
They just wiped that off. Like, there's nothing on Point Street.
Right. And
the only thing I can think of is somebody called time.
Yeah, Sandy is completely set. Mitch Jeb has a lead and starts taking off towards second base. They throw over at Mitch Jeb.
Have you ever seen that before?
Pepe comes home, and then we stop and say, just kidding, you guys, go back.
Even if he steps off the mound and he's off, he can steal second.
Right.
The pitcher steps off. So the only thing could be is somebody called time.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Tito, taken outside. It was a potential back pick play, but smartly not getting too far off of first is Jeb. We stay 2-2. Man.
Espinal was very animated there, too, with the look back at third, the look at first. You can tell it feels like the entire defense for Bourne right now is just a little out of whack and a little on edge.
Well, that's what these Harbor Hawks are here to do. They're just here to run wild on the base pass. Now the runner goes to 2-2. High fly ball.
Go back.
Deep left field. Back goes Harris on the track at the wall. It is gone! It is a 3-run home run.
Nope, it is a ground rule double.
Excuse me, it is a ground rule double. They are signaling ground rule double. Man, that short wall gets you every single time.
Bourne,
Welcome
Zach
to Bourne,
Berman.
indeed.
Welcome to Bourne. Well, I think they're going to reverse it, actually, and send everybody back to where they were and redo the pitch.
Yeah,
Don't even try that. Well, okay, ground rule double, and Tito Flores. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
I promise, guys, baseball doesn't exist. If you,
It is a
I told you
figment
this
of
a
one's
week ago.
imagination.
whoever you're trying to convince that it does, you're incorrect. It doesn't exist.
So
Ground
now a
rule
meeting
double.
on the mound, and nothing makes sense anymore.
Holy cow. Please take it to a break.
So now it is remember, it is a 3-1 game because the ground rule double doesn't bring the runner home from first. So it doesn't bring the runner home from first. It is a 3-1 game.
Wow.
Yep. It was Jeb starting over on first.
Jeb starts over on first. He gets to third. So now second and third, 1 out for Hyannis. And I think we're going to take a quick break here for a pitching change. Nothing makes sense anymore. The Hawks lead 3-1, and that's just about the best thing we can possibly tell you. We'll be right back. I'm Zach Berman, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Mosquito Mary's. The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Mary's, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to mosquitomarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29. We would also like to thank 99 Restaurants. The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk. Well, this inning has gotten wild, weird, wacky aplenty, but the Hawks have a 3-1 lead. And Austin, why don't you try and explain what
So we
happened?
started the inning with the Nolan Shanuel single. Then we had a fly out to center by Jacob Campbell. Don Patelli then reaches on an error where you put runners on first and third. Next thing you know, Rocco Pepe bunts for a single that scores a run. Then that puts runners on first and second, I believe, or first and third.
First and second.
First and second. First and second, a double steal. Then you had Mitch Jebb made his way to first as he grounded out, put runners on first and third, but a run scores. Now the Hawks are up 2-1.
No, it wasn't a ground out. It was a single.
Yes, a single that was not ruled an error.
Should have been an
So
error.
runners then go to first and third, right? Then we had the weird call. It was called a balk. The umpires then conferenced and just called it a dead ball because it was not a balk. It was a missed call. They kind of overturned it. That put runners back on first and third, which is why originally Mitch Jebb didn't slide into second.
Right.
Eblin didn't throw the ball home to try to get anybody out, so that reset runners to first and third. Next thing you know, Tito Flores doubles home a run because Mitch Jebb was on first, which put him to third. As we know, a ground rule double cannot score the run from first. So now, second and third, 1 out, 3-1 Hawks. Hopefully we're all caught up.
Wow. Very nicely done. Have we mentioned that anything can happen in this sport?
Well, the new pitcher is Tyler Vogel out of Dunedin, Florida. He's a redshirt junior at Jacksonville University, the Dolphins. And he's been pretty good in 4 2/3 innings pitched, 1.93 ERA, 6 strikeouts. He's got to deal with Justin Hyannis, who takes low on the first pitch. And these Bourne Braves are rattled right now.
They're going to bring the infield in here, try to keep it a 2-run game. But with Hyannis' power and strength, he hits a lot of balls hard to that right side. So you got to be careful on the right side of the infield.
1-0 the count to Hyannis. You have runners on second and third after the Tito Flores RBI ground rule double. He's back in the hit column, the 1-0, and it gets away from the catcher Espinal. Coming home, sliding in safely is Patelli, make it a 4-1 lead.
Had a linebacker-esque play as Vogel came home. Vogel stands at just 6 foot, 170 pounds, and Mitch Jebb put all of that on the floor there with the slide.
I'm pretty sure that it's becoming a requirement at this point that the Hawks score a run on a wild pitch in every game.
Yeah.
It's happened. It continues to. And I think that shows you how much Justin Hyannis, I mean, he's been at the plate for about 3 of these.
Yes.
When I think it
no
tells
kidding.
you
Justin
he either
Hyannis.
gets hit or the pass ball.
Justin Hyannis has a very Anthony Rizzo-esque trend of, being a big first baseman, plays in the state of Illinois, and gets plunked a lot.
Yeah.
Well, now Anthony Rizzo plays in New York, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, Rizzo, of course, now a Yankee, but he was a Cub for a long, long time. So a runner off of third, Tito Flores, in one of the weirdest rally innings you will ever see. Zach's inside 3-1. And
a 4-spot.
Let me tell you,
but
Tyler Vogel is a very good pitcher. 35 1/3 innings pitched in Jacksonville, a 1.78 ERA in 26 appearances.
He's 1-0 for Bourne. 4 innings.
3-0. Hyannis swings away on 3-0. That will at least get the run in. Rocafort back. He makes the catch. Tito will tag. Tito will score. It's a sac fly and an RBI and a 5 spot in the top of the 8th for the Hawks.
What if I told you Hyannis had gone 7 innings without scoring and then put up their highest run total in a single inning the entire season in the 8th? Only 1 extra base hit in this one as well. It's been mostly just dinking and dunking, some small ball, crappy base running, and a balk reversed that have turned into a 5-run top of the 8th.
And how about Tito Flores going back to his at-bat? He'd whiffed on 2 breaking balls and sat on the third and
almost
absolutely
hit it out.
parked it.
First pitch now to the cleanup hitter, Christian Moore, taken up high, ball 1. This has been one of the weirdest, most unconventional, out of whack, big rally innings you will ever see in the sport of baseball.
Oh.
The 1-0. Moore takes a called strike and then he's 1-1. So now you have Hammerberger who's going to come in now from a deficit to a 4-run lead.
We'll see if they trot.
I don't even know if they trot Hammerberg out there because he's been sitting out there forever.
Exactly, and he also did pitch a clean inning, but
1-1. That's off the end of the bat and right at the second base at Eblin for the out, but it was an inning where everything seemed to happen at once.
20-minute top of the 8th.
20-minute top of the 8th. A choose-your-own-adventure book that goes conveniently straight off the rails, and the Hawks have a 5-1 lead as we take a break after 7.5.
I'm Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Coca-Cola Bottling of New England. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the CCBL and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape. Fairway Financial. Fairway Financial is a proud national sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you want to hit a home run with your retirement income plan, visit fairwayfinancial.net and ask for owner and host family sponsor Steve Anzuoni, Cape Cod's retirement income specialist. That's fairwayfinancial.net. Thank you for tuning in to today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day to be a Hawk.
You know it's a tough time for the home team when Sweet Caroline isn't getting any bumps, but
not a single
one. So we head to the bottom of the 8th, and just a quick shout out
to rub it in, doesn't it? You play Sweet Caroline after the other team puts up a 5 spot.
Just Hammerberg back in. Campbell now behind the dish in for Poncho, but just a quick shout out to Max Tanzer of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, now of the Bourne Braves. We worked together in the same league last season, and a year ago to the day, Max and I called a 15-13, 5.5-hour odyssey of a baseball game.
Well, I don't think we're going to see 15-13.
I don't think we're going to see that on Cape Cod, but whatever happens when the two of us are working the same games, things tend to get weird on the diamond.
And a replacement as well at second base, Riku Nishida comes in for Christian Moore.
So Riku is now in.
Wow.
So I guess by virtue of, I don't know if we're probably not going to see Riku up in this spot, barring another crazy inning, but now Riku is batting cleanup. Didn't think I'd say that to start the season.
After last inning, he sent 8 batters to the plate.
Yeah.
You never know.
First pitch now, a breaking ball called ball 1. Hammerberg still in. The ninth pole hitter, Dakota Harris, is in. And, I mean, what is there left to say here? The 1-0 pitch, and Harris outside 1-1. So you can expect Hammerberg maybe a little bit rusty after sitting out for a 20-minute inning.
The only thing, to answer your question, the only thing left to say is the Honeydew Coffee ad that we haven't got to yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Maybe you're like me and you love a good cup of Joe.
3-0.
Maybe you're like Zach and you don't.
I love coffee.
Hey.
So 3 balls and a strike, and
Go backwards.
stretching and throwing in the Harbor Hawk arm barn as it's outside ball 4. You don't want to walk the 9-hitter to start the frame.
I think that speaks to Hammerberg sitting down for over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In between innings.
Not the most
Third
fun
baseman,
thing to
number
do,
24
probably.
out of Maryland.
And now
Matt
looks like
Shaw.
we're going to have some action out on the pitching mound.
Yeah, Kevin Ohm coming
out.
And he's going to have a mound visit with Ethan. And
So can we finish up our read?
No, I didn't have it pulled up. That was just off the top of the dome. But Honeydew Coffee with 3 locations on Route 28 in West Yarmouth, Hyannis, and Dennisport. Yep. If you don't like coffee, they have pastries, donuts, and some of the best sparkling water, tea, and lemonade that you could ever find.
Just a shout out
Skip the line at the chain store, skip the prices as well, the high prices, and visit our friends at Honeydew Coffee. That's off the dome right there.
affordable and delicious.
Just a shout out to the barista
A&D.
at the Dennisport Honeydew. They make a really good
Shout out to the
s'more-
barista?
Yeah, they make a really good s'mores nitro
Did
cold
you
brew.
get her number?
No, but I got a s'mores diced cold brew from her.
She didn't put her number on it?
No.
Oh, okay. Runner on first, nobody out, though. Happy bottom
Runner
of the
on
8th.
first, nobody out. Matt Shaw now back in. He takes a first pitch called strike,
babe.
and that's a good sign after walking the first guy on 4 pitches.
The Harbor Hawks have 6 hits in this ball game.
Yeah. About 8 of them came in last inning.
Sometimes all you can do is marvel at what a weird sport baseball is. It's hit on the ground. Nishida knocks it down, goes to second for the out onto first. It is a double play. What a play! Riku to Dominic Patelli to Nolan Shanuel. 4-6-3 for the first and second outs of the 8th.
That's why Riku's out there.
Yep. Defensive replacement, plays that ball, knocks it down, fires to second. And how about Dom Patelli, the transfer time from the glove to the hand in the cannon?
Oh, Patelli's right leg was on the bag by maybe a millimeter. He's dragging across the bag to pull momentum to make that throw. Beautiful play by, almost more impressive by Patelli. Both those guys.
What a job.
So that brings up Dominic Patelli. Well, after Dominic Patelli makes that play, Bryce Eblin steps in, having made likely an eternity ago the play of the early Cape League season. He pops it up right to Mitch Jebb at third, and the Harbor Hawks are 3 outs away from...
Can of what?
Can of corn, should I say. The Harbor Hawks 3 outs away from pulling a rabbit out of a hat as they head to the top of the 9th up 5-1.
I'm broadcaster Drake Toll, and this is a broadcast of Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'd like to take time to thank the Cape Cod Baseball League's corporate sponsors, including Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu. Franklin Sports. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again the proud official batting glove sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod, the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. Thank you for tuning into today's game in the Cape Cod Baseball League on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, where it's a great day.
At top of the 9th inning, Vogel back in after getting him out of the, or should I say, getting his Bourne Braves out of the top of the 8th. One that will likely live on in infamy here at Durham Park as the Hawks are up 5-1. Just a quick trip around the Cape. Brewster defeats Chatham 2-0. The Anglers now 4-9-2.
Hate to see that.
Catuit over Orleans 3-2. Kettleers now 11-2 Orleans Ducks to 6-7-2. Falmouth and Wareham still going top of the 8th from Spillane. It is Gateman 6, Commodores 2. The Hawks will have the Commodores tomorrow night. And last but not least, Harwich, a 1-0 deficit to YD at Stony Brook on the top of the 4th. And that brings up Cole McConnell. Excuse me, White House Field in Harwich. Stony Brook Brewster, White House, Harwich.
Yeah. Can see how you get them confused, though.
Yeah, they're interchangeable.
Right. This common mistake, honestly. Kennedy had the same
Stony
problem.
1-0. McConnell hits it on the ground. Eblin Nice transfer, flips to first for the out. One down,
Didn't say which.
Didn't say which out.
That's a good piece of contact by Cole McConnell that brings him to 1 for 4 in the day, unfortunately. But he's hitting the ball very well. He's made contact all 4 at bats. Here comes another guy who's swinging the bat well. Made contact all 3 times, including a single tonight.
Shaniel started the rally in the top of the 8th an eternity ago with a bloop single. Shaniel hits it up the middle. Shaw, nice range. Fields fires in time. Man, I got to tell you, even in an effort where they're down 5-1, Matt Shaw has been fantastic.
Yeah, another great shortstop as we've seen across this league. And more fantastic, too, we haven't talked about it that much, would be the arms for the Harbor Hawks. Only 2 of them today in Amaral and Hammerberg, but they've allowed just 1 hit, 3 runs, and the defense behind them with no errors today. That's what's given Hyannis the lead. I mean, you're in such a great spot, only down by 1, to have the momentum to come back, put up that 5 spot.
Well, Jacob Campbell pinch hitting for Poncho. He flew out his first time, takes ball 1. You have to mention, Amaral had only thrown 3 innings each in his first 2 starts. He goes 6 innings of work, allows 3 hits and a run, 1 walk, strikes out 4. When the Harbor Hawks bats were dead silent, he kept them in this game.
He's allowed 2 runs through 12 innings this season.
1-0 pitch, way up high now, 2-0. And we've talked so much about the starters. We've talked about Brody McCullough, Ty Good, of course, who is now officially finished with the Hawks. We've talked about, guys like Fincher and Baumeister. But Amaral has sort of flown under the radar up to this point. But what a special performance from him tonight.
Right.
2-0 to Campbell, and Jacob Campbell wraps it in the air right field. That could be trouble. Into the corner, and a sliding catch. What a catch out and right by Jack Duffy for the second out of the inning. The final out of the inning. That's a great catch.
And Magdale Cotto was warming up in the bullpen. Let's see if he's the one entrusted to close the door in the 9th.
I think let's just keep it here.
You know what? Let's, because I got some news for you. If the Harbor Hawks lead holds in the bottom of the 9th, they will be 2 games ahead of both Bourne, Falmouth, and really Wareham.
That is big time.
Yeah, in the standings here in the West Division is the number 2 overall behind Cotuit. Cotuit at 11-2-2. They've really just blown past everybody, and their roster will look a lot different here pretty soon. But the Harbor Hawks, barring a crazy 9th inning, knocking on wood as hard as we are right here, could put themselves in a position to go up 4 points.
That would be big time. Early in the season, you need to separate yourself from the pack, right? Because once you get to the back half of the year,
the games just mean that much more.
They do, but you start to lose guys after July 1st, after the All-Star break. You're going to lose guys to the draft. You're going to lose some guys in the coming weeks to – obviously the Hawks aren't going to lose guys to Team USA at this point, but may have a couple to the draft, may have a couple guys that are hitting their innings limits or returning home. So if you can build separation in the early part of the team where your best guys are here, it helps you in the back half when you get towards the playoffs. You can start to rest some arms. You can start to, ask Austin Amaral, hey, you threw 6 innings in the middle of the air a couple times. Let's tune you back to 3, get you ready for the playoffs. You have your aces rested. So if you can create some separation, and, I got to mention, too, the Hawks had a year of struggles last year. Yeah. 2019 didn't go so well. 2018 was a good year for them. This is such a different team, and it's good to see them succeed so early in the year.
Austin, I'm sure you enjoy this so much.
Yeah, I'm very thrilled. It's always fun calling winning baseball, and getting to do it with you guys is incredible,
too.
Gosh. Either way.
But the first baseman, number 28, out of Rutgers,
Brito, Duffy, and Peck to lead off here in the 9th, 2-3 and 4 against Hammerberg. I assume should a couple guys reach, potentially Magdale Cotto will be the mop-up man.
Yeah. You guys got bug spray?
I actually do, believe it or not.
Anybody?
Harrison's got bingo.
Thanks.
Taken low for ball 1.
Unscented.
Yeah, you always got to. What I have learned is the bugs out on Cape Cod are just ruthless.
So they don't like the scent? Is that?
I don't know. The 1-0, taken just low 2-0, and actually.
Maybe don't wear flippers.
It's not unscented, by the way. It's not unscented.
Well, it's scented like bug spray. What can I tell you?
I don't think it's what unscented means.
2-0 pitch, and it's outside, called a strike, 2-1.
So this is a big inning, too, for Hammerberg. If he can shut the door and you can get out of this game only using 2 pitchers. Only using 2 pitchers is big time because you have a long stretch of baseball
7 games
ahead.
in 7 days.
7 games in 7 days. You need your bullpen.
2-1, inside 3-1. The schedule for the next week or so is pretty, should I say, unrelenting.
Yeah, it's intense.
3 balls and a strike.
We're intense.
Walk the leadoff guy, the 3-1 pitch. It's up high, ball 4. So the leadoff guy is on. Just to run you through that schedule real fast before Duffy comes up to the plate. It is tomorrow night in Falmouth.
Right fielder,
Thursday night
number
home
18,
versus
Houston,
Harwich. Friday night off the
Duffy.
Cape in Wareham. Saturday, the first trip to Lowell Park in Cotuit. Sunday, home versus Wyatt and Monday for the 4th of July at Red Wilson Field for the first time this year. So that brings up Jack Duffy with a runner on first pitch outside, 1-0. So you don't want to walk the leadoff guy, and you don't want to start off behind the count, much less, but 5-1 lead for the moment. Now checking back off first is Hammerberg. Kodo was warming up. He does not look like there's anybody out there throwing anymore.
He was just throwing, but I think he's now moved back towards the bench. No, he's still throwing. I see him now. There he is.
1-0. Outside 2-0. So Hammerberg has lost the strike zone here to start the top of the 9th.
It's a tough thing to ask a guy to do. I mean, Hammerberg's essentially been warm and pitching for the last almost an hour.
2-0. Hammerberg now checks back off of first.
We had the 25-minute inning.
Right.
And we had last inning he was on the mound, back here after the Hawks hit again. So he's been literally trying to stay loose for the last 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Hammerberg deals, and it's hit a long way. Right center field. McConnell drifting back, makes the catch. And the Harbor Hawks are 2 outs away from snatching victory from the jaws of defeat here in Bourne.
Well, you saw a hard hit ball there from Jack Duffy, and that's one of those that he hit to Cole McConnell, but you put that in a gap, and it's certainly trouble. I wouldn't be surprised, especially for a couple balls here from Hammerberg, if his night ends, but not without already a solid stat line from him and a really good job of cleaning up where there wasn't even a mess. Austin Amaral did so well, too.
Now here comes John Peck, the number 5 hitter. The runner off of first. First pitch to Peck. It gets away from Campbell, and now advancing to second is the runner Brito.
And you still see Kodo ramping it up out there. And even if you bring Kodo in to get the last 2 outs of this ball game and settle things down, he can still come back even in a couple of days on Thursday.
Well, hey, I got to tell you, even though 4 road games in 5 days sounds rough, how about 5 road games in 6 days, middle of July?
Yeah, that's not fun. We got to make those 2?
Oh, of course we do.
Okay.
1-0, pitch taken up high, 2-0. Those 5 games at Orleans, at Cotuit, at Chatham, home versus Falmouth before at Wareham and at Orleans again. So the only 2 trips to Eldridge Park that the Hawks will have all year will come in 1 week.
Yeah, bottom of the 9th here.
Bottom of the 9th. Runner off a second, the 2-0. Called a strike, I guess. 2-1.
Campbell, solid.
Nice job there by Campbell.
Yeah. Good credit to him. A little low fastball action.
Credit to Hammerberg for bearing down and getting in the zone there. Didn't want to fall behind 3-0. Now 2-1. Got another chance to get a strike and start to battle back here.
2-1 pitch. Hammerberg deals, and it's hit in the air to center field. McConnell coming on. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Cole McConnell, I would put up his defense against any outfielder in the entirety of the Cape Cod Baseball League this season. He can get to every single ball that has been hit, and he does so with ease.
We do not talk. We really don't talk about Cole McConnell. When we start mentioning the top 2 or 3 players in this team,
he's up
Cole McConnell is right now the best player on the Harbor Hawks team. 333 average is good for best in the squad, and he has been the most consistent player in the field.
Well, the fact that we even have to have such a big debate.
Absolutely.
The fact that we even have to have such a big debate about who's the best player in this team speaks to how many good players there are on this team.
He's just been that guy, and I think he's gotten lost for us or anybody at a few points in time this season, which can happen in center field.
Partially because he's not a guy who's going to hit the long ball.
Right.
And he was batting a little bit towards the bottom of the line to start, and you have some pitchers that we talked about with dominant outings, so he kind of gets lost in the shuffle a bit, but not anymore.
No.
1-0 pitch, and that's cracked to left field. Ranging back Flores, and it is Cole McConnell fittingly coming over and making the catch. And the Harbor Hawks are victorious here at Doran Park, 5-1 your final.
All 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning came on hard-hit balls to Cole McConnell. He got all 3 of the last 3 outs, and Cole McConnell was a star for the Harbor Hawks today. Maybe he's not your roll-a-bump limited player of the game, but it must be emphasized. What he did in the outfield today kept this ball game at a 1-0 score for so long and eventually gave the Harbor Hawks the opportunity to set up for the 5-1 win.
Well, your final box score for Hyannis, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. For Bourne, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. You could go a billion different ways with roll-a-bump limited player of the game, but I really think there's only one.
Our official scorekeeper here at the ballpark did not know that Ethan Hammerberg had came in for Austin Amaral, so Amaral has been given 8 1/3 tonight.
Even though it should be 6.
Yeah.
Are we in agreement that Austin Amaral is in fact our roll-a-bump limited player of the game? 6 innings, 1 run ball.
How about this,
1 walk, 5 strikeouts.
You know, guys, I mentioned at the start, there are about 5 guys that are tied with 4 RBI on this team for top on the team. Tonight, it was spread out. Pepe, Jeb, Flores, and Hyannis all had 1 RBI. This team is not known for this just one guy breaking it out and scoring all the runs or coming up with clutch hits. They all do it by committee. That's such a big part of this team. And congratulations to our own Zach Berman for his very first win on the season behind the play-by-play mic. The Tessitore thing is just because that guy gets the craziest games in baseball, and Zach...
Baseball. Tessitore doesn't call baseball.
Football. If we were to talk about the guy who gets the craziest games in baseball, you have seen things
Yeah, I have
this
seen
season.
some things. But just to wrap things up, the Harbor Hawks have settled into 2nd place in the Western Division with a record of 7-5-3. It's good for 17 points, 4 points ahead of the next highest team, which would either be Bourne or the victor of Falmouth and Wareham, looking like it's going to be Wareham.
Harbor Hawks, a 2-game lead now on 2nd place in the West, which, especially coming off of last season, doesn't it feel great, Austin Dakota?
Oh, it feels great. And Drake, you hear that?
Oh, it sounds like
it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Well, it's not Frank Sinatra. It is Frank Sinatra, and I think he's singing about how it's a
great day to be a Hawk.
There it is.
Once again, your final from Bourne, Hawks 5, Braves 1. Thank you for listening to Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We'll be right back with you tomorrow night from Falmouth. First pitch between the Hawks and Commodores slated for 6 Eastern. But until then, signing off for our wonderful producers, Abby Stokes, Ella Gibson, for our sideline reporter, Bria Losick, for our director of broadcast, Harrison Myers, for Austin Dakota, Drake Tull, I'm Zach Berman. Have a good night once again. 5-1, your final. Hawks win.
Go Hawks.